yourself like this.
What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in to the Socially Responsible Podcast. My name is Damien, a.k.a. Maverick.
I'm a phenomenon!
The Devil's Advocate. Next to me, we got KK.
What up? People in here coughing and stuff.
This guy here. I coughed 2 or 3 times, and he over here covering up like he is COVID.
2 or 3.
30, man.
Look, I'm gonna show y'all.
That don't mean shit.
Look at that. Oops. What does that mean?
You might want to look at it first.
90 what?
967.
It's cold in here.
You are the coronavirus.
Really?
Shouldn't leave.
You got me feeling. I'm over here like, am I sick, right? What is going on with me?
Yeah, that's your last cough, though, buddy.
I
Get it out.
Let me get one more, okay?
Turn that way, though.
Turn around and face
Guys,
the wall.
hey, I'm okay. I hope. If I'm sick, y'all sick.
No.
It don't work like that, man.
No.
You the only one that's been tested for that shit. You the one that's been in close proximity of the corona anything.
Yeah.
Sick.
So, yeah, Didi, you good, right?
I'm straight.
You ain't
Them be the ones that be sick to the motherfucker.
Nope. I'm good.
You been dating and stuff, no?
everybody. No, I'm just
They're
playing.
passing around.
She said everybody.
So we got KK, of course.
What up?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How y'all doing?
How was your weekly protest? How did that go?
It was pretty good. It didn't last as long as I thought it was gonna last.
You gave up on that protest?
Yeah.
Got tired of protesting, realized it wasn't going nowhere, huh?
Yeah, stuff's still gonna happen.
The
bills got. I was glad when I got that call, though. I ain't gonna lie.
To go back to work?
Yeah.
So you didn't protest, right?
Not at all.
Okay. So last week, everyone, KK was talking about how he's gonna protest. What were you saying, KK?
Well, I mean, I had to have a reason other than saying I was suspended from work. You know.
So we were talking, KK, and I see that something was really heavy on your heart last week.
Yeah.
And we were talking, and you were talking about how you just wanted to show the world that you just really wanted to give back, and you meant. You know, like, what was that you're gonna do? What was your idea to show the world that you want to stand by them and
that I wasn't gonna go to work for a week?
Yeah, and
I wasn't gonna do it.
That's very noble of you, sir.
Yeah,
that's very noble of you. So last week, KK
to not get a paycheck.
Yeah, so last week KK just sat out of work for a whole week. He planned on sitting out.
I planned on sitting out
because of this shit that these officers are doing to us black men. And KK, we
he's gonna make that sacrifice. But he went back early.
Y'all see that? My applause ain't working. I was gonna give you a fuck. That was very noble of you. So I really appreciate.
You should try.
Okay.
This guy didn't sit out. He was suspended. That's all it was. He was suspended. He wasn't trying to do nothing noble. He wasn't trying to stand up for no rights.
That sounds better than saying I'm suspended.
I'm not getting suspended.
Yeah, lies normally sound better than the truth. That's why we lie.
They always do.
But you said you was only out for what, 2 days or something?
2 days. That stuff go by fast.
Went back to work.
2 days.
Boy, 2 days.
KK was about to go to Cancun. Like, I'm suspended for a whole week. I'm about to kick it.
That alarm went out when he called. Like, can you come in? Like, what?
Were you happy to see the guys?
Hold on.
What?
Sean says lion ass.
Sean was questioning because Sean was concerned.
He stole some boxes.
Nah.
You gotta be a stupid motherfucker if you're out on your day off.
Nah. Limited custody. We already got 2 motherfuckers in.
I stopped mine because Sean did say it, but I stopped it.
Sean said it.
Come on, Sean. We trying to do better.
Yeah, we can't. I mean, Sean's got that white privilege.
All right, that was my last cuss word of the show.
He can say what he wants. Didi. What's going on, Didi? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
How's your week?
It was busy.
What'd you do?
I had work. I had a busy week at work.
You said something is changing your week this week as opposed to the previous weeks. You said you were partaking in some new activities.
School started for my son, so we're both at home.
No.
That is one of
Oh, what she say? This one I left and had to leave?
No.
On a group chat. On a group chat. So you're saying you're...
I don't know.
Well, let me go look it up real quick.
Yeah, you're not... You're...
Extracurricular activities.
It's functioning again. It's getting... Didi, come on now. Are you really not? Anyway, show her. Look for it and show it to her.
From yesterday.
And so what else is going on besides that? How's your week? Something interesting had to have happened to you. Something.
I mean, actually, no. Nothing interesting has happened this week.
You didn't stop a robber. You didn't see the new WAP video.
Mm-mm.
She's not gonna get this, is she?
Nope.
All right, what's going on, Bree?
Nope.
We got behind the scenes Miss Oz. What's going on? Oz don't even work no more. See, let me see if this works. See, that's real low. It's real low, right? She has a. Let me see one more time. Yeah, we need to fix that.
I'm a fan of man.
Yeah, mine's dope. Mine's dope.
We know yours gonna work, right?
Yeah, mine's dope. Yeah, mine's
You
dope.
gonna mute all of us?
Yeah.
We need to find you one still, y'all. If y'all can think of a song for Dee Dee that we can have when it comes in, let us know. We'll play. It could be what is that one that Tonya?
Tonya. Ooh.
Tatiana.
Tatiana. We can play that.
Tonya.
Tonya. He sound like somebody grandpa.
Man, I don't listen to that.
I wanna
shit.
hear
Smoking
that.
them tweeds. Y'all like
Tonya.
smoking them tweeds. Listen to the Tatonia.
Tonya.
You said it like it sounded.
Tatonia.
I don't think that'll be a good one. I don't thought hard enough. I don't go thoughting as much as I probably should.
She was about to say as much as I used to.
Yeah, that's what she gonna say.
No,
She was
well, I mean,
tell
but
it.
that's true too. I don't go out nowhere. Mm-mm.
They know where to go right now. But when it open back up, though,
Even before then,
I'm
my
not gonna
ass
make
was
the
at home.
podcast.
The bar opens at 11. Free. Ladies free before 12. What do
I
you
ain't did that in a long time.
How's your week, Bree?
My week was busy but good.
What'd you do? Something fun, something interesting, something you can share
I
with
do
the
nothing fun.
listeners?
The beginning of the month's always hard for me with work, so I was stuck doing billing and
Nothing at all.
board stuff.
See, that's like mine. End of the month, first of these.
Yeah, I don't think nobody wants to hear about y'all's boring ass week.
Accounting stuff.
I went outside this week and it was like 80 degrees and I freaking loved it. I thought that was the greatest thing ever. So I'm excited when September comes because the sun kind of goes away a little bit. And the days get shorter. I don't like that. I don't know if I like
that
them
either.
short days.
I don't like the short days, but I do like the cool weather.
Yeah.
I like riding with my windows down.
You said it was going to be 60-something degrees this week?
That's what they said Wednesday. I can't wait.
Yeah, so I mean, that's exciting too. Any cold fronts or was it
I'm gonna
'cause
put
of
a
the
big old
storm or something?
jacket on.
I believe you. Chinchilla ass coat.
Chinchilla.
You a
P. Diddy
Texan for
real.
real.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to be cool.
It's
I got a
70
whole closet
70
full of
degrees.
Nike sweaters ready to be worn.
You gonna wear a turtleneck.
7 degrees, walk out in his Uggs. He got his Uggs
I don't
on
have
and-
Uggs, Playboy.
He got Uggs.
Never.
You gonna wear a turtleneck with a
He like to
starter
wear his
jacket.
Uggs with some yoga pants.
It's 79. What are
Leggings.
you doing out here?
You got some leggings and Uggs, and your Nike sweater, and your chinchilla jacket.
That was actually funny.
I'm actually excited. I don't know what y'all talking. You see, I already got my beanie on, so I'm wearing my football gear because football next week, Thursday night football. So who plays the Thursday night game? Anybody know?
Houston and Chiefs? No,
Is that who plays? That's
I don't know. I think.
Well, whoever. Hey, if y'all know who's playing Thursday night football, the game coming up, let me know. Brianna, see if you can find it out. I know she knows everything. But yeah, so I have my Bengals gear on. I have my fantasy football draft today before the show. That's kind of why we started a little late because of that. I got a D with my draft. A D was my draft. But I've always getting D's and C's on my draft, and I end up getting first, second, or something like that.
Who'd you say it was?
Is it Chiefs and Texans?
You got it.
Yeah,
That's
I
what's
know.
up. I'm
So
excited.
who you? What team is that?
The Bengals.
Black people always say he said the Bengals.
How do you say it?
Bengals.
Bengals?
He put an A in there. The Bengals. Like,
The Bengals.
we tear words up and just
Bangles.
like it's the word like it's supposed to. It's how it's supposed to be.
Library.
Yeah. Ambulance.
Hey, I can't say.
An ambulance.
You know, it's so funny though.
I've heard
When
ambulance.
I work, I do insurance. So I have to write ambulance. So I write it how I sound. That shit is fucked up.
Ambulance.
Yeah, I get to the point where I'm talking, and if I'm texting, I gotta say a word I can't speak. I hit the text to talk to text button, and I be like, man, I gotta go and get a ambulance and get.
And it still don't come out right though.
Oh man, I can't. I don't know. I can't. A word I can't spell is rhythm.
You can't spell it?
I cannot spell rhythm or rhyme. I cannot spell it without looking it up or Googling.
Look, I'm thinking about it now.
Now I was going to try to spell it out loud, but now I'm not.
Spell it. Come on.
Boy, stop.
Spell it, KK.
Boy,
you
you
hit us
spell
with
it.
you hit us with a new word tonight when you said engineer. Come on.
He gave me a good title. I like that.
I know.
Engineer.
Come on, tell us how you spell rhythm.
Come on.
The rhythm is gonna get
R
you.
and B. Is that right? Did I spell it right, y'all?
Technically,
Rhythm and blues.
Judge.
Dang.
You got it. You got it.
Dang.
You got it. How do you spell rhythm?
RHYTHM.
Is that it? Spell rhyme. Spell rhyme.
Come on, now.
You spell wrong.
I can't. I said
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
R-H-Y-M.
I used to have an attitude in high school, like,
Because you couldn't spell.
nah, when the teacher, hey, Calvin, I didn't have my motherfucking hand up though. Say, look, don't call me. If my hand up, I know.
You seem like one of them badass.
I was like,
kids.
oh nah, never had books with me.
Rhyme. R-H-Y-M-E.
M.E.
That's
We
it?
did it.
Oh shit! I was every time when you were spelling, I was practicing. And that shit don't look right. That don't look right. So that's what I needed. I can't spell a lot of words. If it wasn't for what do you call it, spell check? Oh man, y'all think you can't ever make out any of my text messages that I send. So y'all know
I have to
spelling
read
bad.
them like a couple of times.
Have your phone ever not recognized the word? You like, oh no, man. Say, look, come on, phone. What are you doing? Cause this post finna kill him. Keep that little scribbly line. I'm like, it's still not right. Let me try this again. Let me switch the G and the D. Like, it'll never work. Like, you know what? Let me find another word for this.
Hey, talk to text. Talk to text and say it. Say it so proper.
Yeah, I'll be having to post it. Don't recognize it. Like, come on, phone.
Lasagna is another one I have a hard time spelling.
Get them
sometimes.
silent words, some
Well,
silent letters.
If you spell it like lasagna, then you'll spell it right. Lasagna.
I gotta say library.
L-A-S.
You know what
S-A-G-N-E.
word kills me, man?
Bologna. Champagne.
Have you ever heard a commercial for Jaguar?
No.
When they say
Say
Jaguar.
we mess it up.
It's
Jaguar.
It's like
Jaguar.
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 Like, oh, it's just a Jag then.
We're pretty stupid guys. I just realized how uneducated.
me.
I just realized how
I'm pretty
uneducated we
bright.
are.
Y'all got Latoya Gates over here laughing at y'all.
Nah, I just
'Cause we
realized
dumb.
Nah, I realized how
Because you
uneducated.
dumb.
You dumb too.
No,
You
don't
barely-
don't try
spell
to drag. Don't try to drag me in this. You kept
Hey, y'all
giving
give
me your
her a word
spelling
to
words.
spell.
You
Hey.
kept giving me all your spelling words.
Y'all too.
Give Didi a word to spell somebody.
No, give
Don't look
KK a
at your
word to
phone.
spell because he was the one passing all the words to me.
Spell it.
I'm not
Spell
giving-
Adidas.
Wait, before she spells that. So Emily Dunlap on here said, y'all got me thinking about words. I like when my phone recognizes words.
That red line is powerful.
It is.
That red squiggly is my
lot.
friend. Don't deny that red squiggly. Y'all motherfuckers don't ever have that red squiggly. Fuck y'all. Screw y'all.
We talking about give her a word. We can look at it when they write it.
No,
Yeah, go on, give me somebody on there. Give me a word.
So back to fantasy football. So this is what we need. Y'all listening. Emily Dunlap. Who else is on? Andrea Simmons.
What's up, everybody?
Latoya.
Clinton.
Jamie McClinton. Who else?
We got Trevor McKenzie.
Trevor. Nah, T-Mac
What
can't
up?
get. T-Mac, yeah, you can. So listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a fantasy football challenge. Challenge. Spell that.
Challenge.
We're gonna have it to where if this Mike can talk is gonna play against the crew from Socially Responsible. So we're gonna have 5 or 6 teams. They're gonna have 5 or 6 teams. We're gonna have 2 different conferences. They're gonna play against each other throughout the season, and then of course the top teams in each conference are gonna be in the playoffs and play against each other. We need to win this shit. Trevor, jump on. We need to get you in there. Maybe like a free league, and we'll just probably give somebody a bottle at the end of the season. So. We need females. Jamie, Latoya, Miss Gates. Is Miss Gates, right? That's her whole government name. I'm sorry.
What else? 6.
Who else? Who else is gonna be in there? Jamie, Andrea. So any of y'all, we just need 5. If we can get 5 of y'all, that'd be dope. We're gonna be the 6th team. So we're all gonna have our own team together as well. We're gonna have just us, and we can control one team, and see who can bring home a title. And we're gonna do this shit every year. Sounds good? Sounds good?
Sounds good. Let's roll.
Sounds good? Cool.
That'll
Let's
work.
do it. So we're going to have a little... what is it? How does the game go, Brianna?
2 truths, 1 dare.
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and 1 lie.
That.
I can spell. No.
I can spell like a third
Let me
grader.
quit acting like I'm dumb, man. I'm a genius. Let me stop playing with
Oh,
y'all.
you act dumb and you got to come on to them smart. Like, oh,
Yeah,
nigga,
I
damn.
nigga know something. I know a little something.
Pussy vagina wet and everything. I mean, is pussy a bad word?
Yeah, you just cussed.
Is pussy
I
considered
was just
a bad
trying to
word?
figure my face is like, what does that have to do with him
Hey,
spelling?
You act like you're dumb, and then you talk to a female. It's like, oh, you have some sense. Oh, you educated. You intelligent. All of a sudden, like,
Educated. Agitated.
Spell it.
I was about to say, spell it. Educated.
Educated or
Educated.
EDUCATED.
If I'm writing, I can spell it. Like just sitting here thinking stuff like, man, I ain't got, man.
Educated.
I'm old now. I
Okay.
can't.
Madison. Yeah, we went to Madison, so yeah, we were smart. I was about to say
Yeah,
Mac.
we have great
I always
education.
think you went to Mac for some reason. I have no idea
too.
why.
That's what Mook went.
So you want to start it off, Bree? Your 2 truths and 1 lie.
No, say me for last.
Say you for last. Didi gonna have something. Okay, Didi. So rule 2 truths. I can talk.
Yeah, 2 truths, 1 lie.
2 truths, 1 lie. You tell 2 truths. 3 things. One of them. We have to figure out which one is a lie. Shit, that's how it goes. You got it.
Okay, 2 truths.
No. Say 3 things, and we have to figure out which one is a lie.
I gotta say 3 things. I'm about to tell you. All right, this is what it is.
Oh my God. Spell it.
Okay. Okay. Let me think. I hate
Penis.
snakes. You're close. You're close. I hate snakes, reptiles, anything. Ugh.
That's the truth.
Let's see. I got pushed down the strip in Las Vegas in a basket, a grocery basket,
Okay.
and almost crashed.
That's kind of detailed. That's the truth.
And
What do y'all think that are listening? What is her lie?
and I'm from the east side of San Antonio.
KK,
The
go.
lie. Oh, are we
Your
answering
turn.
that?
No, your turn. I'm gonna give the audience, the listeners, some time to figure out which one is her lie as we go around. So say yours again one more time.
From the east side of San Antonio, got pushed down the strip in Las Vegas in a basket and almost crashed. And what was it? I don't like.
snakes.
I hate snakes.
Yes, so
Reptiles.
those are her 3. Figure out which one is her lie. KK, what you got?
Just regular. It ain't gotta be nothing weird and nothing do it.
The weirder the better. It'll be more
Make
entertaining.
it interesting,
Yeah, don't be like, I read, I write,
because we know that's not true.
and I took a bath today.
He doesn't like water, so we know that's not true.
I wish I. Let
We
me
talked
see.
about it like 3 hours ago, didn't we?
No, we didn't really.
2 hours.
He
Didn't we?
mentioned it. He said,
I ain't know we were gonna do it today.
"You want to do it tomorrow?"
Okay, I'll go. So,
Yeah, you go.
let me see. One, I have a very messed up, broken wrist, and it doesn't operate right. It doesn't go back. I have been to 4 different countries. And wow, really?
What?
All right, Keck, you laughing too much. You coming up next. You coming up
What?
next. And I have threesomes. I've had a threesome. So where am I? I've had a threesome. I have a really jacked up, broken wrist,
And you've been to 4 countries.
and that doesn't work right. And I've been to 4 countries.
I'll go.
Go.
I was born in Germany. I almost had my foot amputated.
These are good ones.
And I have 3 kids.
Go, Ruby. Hold on, one more time for everybody.
I was born in Germany.
Mhm.
I almost had my foot amputated.
Mhm.
And I got 3 kids.
You got 3 kids. That you know about, or you got 3 kids solid?
No, don't do that.
Okay, cool. Burberry, what you got?
You know they like to come out there. Hey, he's 15. It's too late now.
3 more years of child support.
I've never kissed a girl.
That's a motherfucking lie. I mean, that's the truth. Never kiss. That's a lie. Never mind. Go ahead.
Can I finish?
My fault.
So I've never kissed a girl.
All right.
I sort of celebrated a birthday in Jamaica.
How do you sort of celebrate? It's
So
like
you was either in Jamaica or not.
on the beach. Like there's nothing around
Can I
Jamaica.
finish?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I've never broken a bone.
So name your 3 again.
I've never kissed a girl.
Sort of celebrated a birthday in Jamaica.
Celebrated a birthday in Jamaica.
And then
And
never.
You never broke a bone.
never broke a bone.
All right. So what do we got for Dee? Anybody say anything about
Yes.
Dee?
Okay.
So Dee, what are yours? One more time.
From the east side of San Antonio.
Uh-huh.
Got pushed down the strip in like Vegas in a basket.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate snakes.
What they say?
I think the basket.
Gary Williams says.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? Oh, my. He called me this week, too.
Hold on. Let me.
Yelling. Use your inside voice.
No.
Goddamn yelling.
Hold on. Go ahead. What did Gary say?
He said her name is a lie.
What else we got?
All right. So Jamie McClinton says snakes. She thinks the snakes is a lie.
What else?
Zelia says the first 2 sound like the truth, but
They did sound the truth.
Emily Dunlap, afraid of snakes, is a lie. Trevor says East Side's a lie.
I'll say East Side's a lie. That's what I would say. What's the answer?
The wrong answer?
Which one's a lie?
I did not get pushed down the strip.
That's what
in
I said.
Vegas.
Yeah, that don't
He
make
said
sense. Why would you get your grown ass in a shopping cart?
Oh,
I
but
would
I
do
have
some shit
before.
like that.
Down a
have
hill.
That sounds
No,
fun.
You do that
I
when you were a kid.
No, you don't.
You don't do that.
Yes,
That
you
is
do.
not- that's something you just do when you're a kid. It is not an age stipulation.
No,
on
it's
having
not. But I
fun.
didn't.
You
do it
when
in
you get
Vegas.
older, your body don't let you do stupid shit like that.
Yes, it does.
Get in a shopping cart, push down the hill.
No,
Not
you
in the-
can. No,
not
you
in the-
can just push. You can get it. I've been in a Target shopping cart in the Forum. and
Inside
got-
the store.
No, on the sidewalk,
What was you doing in that shopping cart?
Yeah.
being pushed.
KK. So KK, you had 3. You had what, Jeff?
I was born in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
I almost had my foot amputated, and I got 3 kids.
What they say about that one? I said the foot amputated myself.
I say Germany.
Germany. Gary Williams also says Germany because his foot almost got amputated when I crossed him at Lady Bird.
Stop it.
Here
Got
he goes,
him.
foolishness. How
Got
do
him.
we block him?
No, he's funny.
I know.
That's it.
So which one's your lie?
But why come I can't be born in Germany though?
Which one's July?
Being born in Germany.
Okay, exactly.
But I lived in Germany from like I was 1 to like 6. So
I
I mean,
figured
you weren't born.
because San Antonio is a military town, so I feel a
Yeah.
lot of people here are born from different
That's
places.
where my little brother was
Germany would
born
make
at,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just based it off of the way your ankles look right now.
Oh shit.
I almost lost my foot for real, man.
How? What happened?
Playing basketball, dog.
Gary.
Against Gary.
So Gary
Yeah,
was
No,
right.
he wasn't never that. I landed on somebody's foot, and the bone went through the.
Like you literally broke your foot like that? Like
Bro, I got a scar on my foot.
Paul
like,
George site?
It was pretty bad, man. Like
I thought that coach from grab.
the
No, I was joking.
Oh.
Wait.
the bone actually severed every artery in my foot. It was so much blood. Like when
Oh,
when
you
the EMS
serious?
got there, they thought I got shot.
Oh fudge.
And I wake up out of surgery, like my mom, my dad, like everybody sitting there. Like, what the fuck y'all crying for?
Did it hurt?
Hell yeah, it hurt.
You felt in that you didn't
Oh,
shock
man.
like that?
Yeah, I went in the shock. But they said, I'm like, what are y'all crying for? They're like, they couldn't save your foot. They got to amputate. I'm looking like, say,
It's right there.
but they went through my stomach. It was all kind of stuff and put the arteries from like here into my foot.
You'd have been a different man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad that you're alive.
I told them it's gonna stay on me dead. Y'all can take my foot. The doctor like, we gonna take your whole leg if you leave it. I'm like, man, you can't cut my foot off. You need my permission for that. Shit, I was just playing basketball. You talking about taking my whole foot?
So
to save your life.
So you would have rather died with your foot instead of lived without it?
Yeah, that's what it's seeming like. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
At that time, you'd have made that decision.
I mean, I
like,
was 19 years old. Yeah, probably so.
nigga. You weren't dating nobody that you wanted to live for or nothing? Like nothing was going on in your life at that time?
I had 19 to it. I needed. That's when Chocolate City shit was popping. I needed my foot.
You wasn't going to Chocolate City though.
You said that's when Chocolate City was
Be in
popping.
North Pole with 1 foot.
Yeah, at the club
Well, it
over
was
there.
somebody in a wheelchair who was going.
Oh, what was mine? So I
Maybe that was
had
Houston.
a messed up wrist to where broken wrist to where it doesn't work right. What was my other one?
Threesome in 4 countries.
Threesome in 4 countries. What did they say about mine?
Let me scroll. Let me see.
Scroll.
The wrist.
What do y'all think?
Trevor said, "You ain't never had a threesome."
Oh, what the fuck? I'm fly, nigga.
Ashley says 4 countries. That's it.
I'm gonna go with countries.
I'm gonna go with the rest.
I've never had a threesome. I said I never had a threesome, right? Okay, he lied. 4 countries. I haven't been to 4 countries.
We just had shows. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you talked about it. I was gonna say you lying.
No.
Because
4
you
countries.
verbalized that.
No, 4 countries. This is one I've never been to 4 countries.
How many you been to?
Mexico, Canada, France,
That's
Italy,
4.
America.
This don't count.
Why fuck does America not count? It's a country, ain't it?
You went to Madison, right?
You never been. You here? Like, how the fuck you mean you never been?
So everyone's been to at least one country, at least.
So you just got on the flew to where you was at?
How does it want to walk?
Nah, this don't count. Does this count?
Next conversation.
Nah, I'm gonna slap that pink shit off your mouth. Don't you ever disrespect
You know
me
what,
like
KK?
that.
I will
Brianna.
disrespect you the rest of the show. How about that?
What's yours, Bree Bree?
I've never kissed a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I celebrated a birthday in Jamaica.
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
Kinda, sorta.
And
That's a lie. That's true. That's gotta be.
what the hell was the last one?
Broke a bone.
Oh,
You
yeah, I
never broke a bone.
I don't think you've ever broke a bone, have you? I'd say not broken a bone. What do y'all think?
I'm gonna say.
What did they say?
That I've never broken a bone. Kissed a girl.
Well, I think every woman's
All
kissed a
yours
girl.
is a lie. We need 2 truths. Do it again.
Start over.
Really? Every girl's kissed. So like every female has kissed another.
Pretty
female?
sure.
Yes.
Pretty sure. Didi, you have a lot of inconsistencies in your story.
You do. You do.
I know
You gotta remember
do.
your lies.
I know you do.
I ain't never.
She thinking about the shit.
When did I tell these niggas that?
I ate her ass, but I ain't kissed her.
What you got, Brandon? What was
That's
yours?
you.
I've never
Ass
broken
muncher.
a bone.
You never broken a
That's
bone.
what I was gonna say.
So that's what I said. I got one right. Shit. So you've kissed a girl and you kind of sort. How do you kind of sort of be in Jamaica? Like it's an island, ain't it?
So it
You're
was.
either there. You're
I
not.
was there right before my birthday.
You and Marie, that cruise y'all
Yeah, I
went
went
on,
on
right?
a cruise
That's right.
for my birthday, but I wasn't actually there on my birthday.
Where were you at on your birthday?
Back here.
Oh, okay.
In America.
Another country, whole another country.
But I did get engaged there.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did at a
What
gas
happened with that?
station.
That's romantic as hell.
At a ga-
Some random guy just kind of walked up to me at the gas station.
proposed.
He did.
So you said yes? But you said you got engaged, so that means you said yes.
That's exactly
he
what that
gave me
means.
he gave me like a little
Ring pop.
yeah, and he was like, "It's official. We get married."
Yeah, that's when you got. They're gonna take. Listen to me. They're gonna take you.
They're coming
Listen
to get
me.
you.
What he say?
They're
What he
coming
tell
to
me?
get
Listen, they're gonna take
They're
you.
gonna take you. Look at everything and remember.
He got down on his knee and everything.
There's this hillbilly country white folks had this. And I'm just saying the white folks because they're white. Nothing racist.
What about the
it.
hillbilly part?
They had they were hillbilly as shit. They had a wedding inside of a convenience store, like an actual full out wedding inside of a convenience store. It was weird. She looked like she was on meth. She looked horrible. She looked messed up. But they're happy and they're whatever. Probably sisters. So now we have some real shit to talk about, guys. So your opinion. I'm kind of curious on this. What with everything that's been going on, the climate of the world, right? Mm-hmm. What did you start with you? What is your take on what does Black Lives Matter mean to you?
I think it is a movement that is trying to pinpoint the injustices. Does that right? Injustices?
Spell it.
No, but does that sound right? The
Yes.
injustice. Is it injustices or injustice? Well, it's injustices because it's
Out of
multiple.
all the words that sentences you've said and fucked up on, this is the one you're gonna critique.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
You made me lose my train of thought. The injustices on Black people and how we're being treated, how we're being handled by the law. And of course, people are getting pulled over and houses being broken into or whatever, how we're treated versus other people are being treated. And I think it's really just trying to shine a light on that and bring, honestly,
Awareness?
bring awareness. I don't know at this point if it's really gonna change it, but I just think that it's more of an awareness right now
to what's going on.
With
injustices and things like that. Injustices.
Yeah, it's really more, in my opinion, just more of an awareness. But it just seems to be happening more now. Well, it's never stopped. I know that. But anyway, awareness.
What is, so y'all listening, the question I asked Dee Dee was, what does she think, what does she feel, what's her opinion on what Black Lives Matter stands for her? What is it to her? KK, same question for you. What does Black Lives Matter to you?
Oh,
He don't know.
It means don't you ever in your life. It means what it say. It means we matter. Like, stuff happens to this race that other races don't have to go through.
Yeah.
And when we go through it, we gonna get emotional about it as a race. It doesn't mean we don't care about what y'all go through. It's just that when we go through this and we telling y'all we going through something, don't just brush it off. Like, it matters. So pay attention. When we say Black Lives Matter, it's just what it means. It means we matter. Like, and respect that.
Simple words. But oh, shower got choked up. Bitch.
You gotta. Let me read it.
I'm good.
It went up 968. That shit went up.
So to me, Black Lives Matter. What it means to me, it kind of like how KK feels. It means exactly what it says, and it's basically just wanting the world to understand that we're here also. So with everything that's going on in society, understand that we have a seat at the table as well. That's what I look at it as. It's more of an understanding that, again, we're here. Notice us. We're here. Experience us. Treat us right. That's kind of what it means to me. It's kind of the same thing. Now, the reason why I ask is because this whole movement, and that's another thing, Black Lives Matter is more than just a movement, right? It's not the political thing. It's not what the Facebook page talks about. It's not the website. It's more of a stance, a purpose. Everything else that everyone wants to discuss and to talk about what Black Lives Matter means when it comes to the organizations and the nation, where the money goes to, it means absolutely nothing to me because it's more than a website or a page. And that's kind of how I feel about it. And I ask that because for some reason we have no idea what the hell Black Lives Matter means anymore. Everyone has its own agenda and its own platform, and everyone's taking it everywhere.
They're just taking it and running with it.
Away from black people.
Yeah.
Like away from what the purpose of it was. And it's weird to me, right? A lot of things are happening, and it's this, how do you, like, with what you see on TV, where does it put you at as a person when you see the shootings and everyone's talking about this is racist or this is not fair? Like, how do you feel about everything that you see or what you've seen or experienced, Dee Dee?
One of the things I feel is like, I can't believe this shit is happening like it's the 60s.
Yeah.
The other day, I was in a car, I was like, if all this shit is happening all over again, like history is repeating itself, the only thing that's not happening is we don't see the signs that say, whites only, or, we're not getting spit on, it hasn't gone that far.
Yes.
Will it? It will. It made me wonder, like, will it get that, will history repeat itself that far back?
I don't think it'll repeat itself that far back legally, but I mean under the
it
radar,
just made me
think
about that though. It makes me think about it, how people can, it may not go that far back, but it's happening and it's okay, so to speak. It's not okay, but when it happens, it's like, oh well.
What do you feel about the way that the nation is at with this whole Black Lives Matter? How do you feel? What do you feel when you see the stuff on TV, KK?
I feel the same way she do. Like, it's sad that like our kids are going to have to go through this too. Like,
right?
It's never ending. Like, until older people just die off and the ones stuck in their ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't wish death on nobody, but I mean, once maybe it'll change a little bit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's older race people from other races, white people, you know.
Yeah.
White people.
They don't care about nothing. Like anything black is bad. Like if something happened to her, she deserved it.
So when you
She
say
had
white
it.
people, you feeling like, and of course, I'm fine with generalizations, but when you say it, do you mean just the white people that feel like that? Or do you feel like white people as a whole, they're just like oblivious, like fuck it?
I don't think as a whole they are, but there's a
Just-
nice chunk of them that
Okay.
they wish, not even wish, but just you know how they want their own.
Just racist people, period. That older generation
They
that
are.
is racist, and they
stuck
still
in their
alive,
ways,
and
yeah.
they're stuck in their ways, and you know they actually could have biracial grandkids, but they still don't accept them
At all.
at all. So that older generation, until that generation, if I'm saying it dies off, then maybe there'll be some change, maybe with the way people
Just
think
view
about
everything.
that. Yeah, the way they-
I'm indifferent about this whole Black Lives Matter thing. Okay. Now, I grew up, as we all, black. Shit, my family's black. Everyone's black. Grew up around a bunch of black individuals raised me. And I like, again, not the stereotype or trying to pinpoint, but not like the black people that are like, I like black people, but, I mean, around some full-fledged niggas, they raised me. So, I'm indifferent by the whole Black Lives Matter. And I'm going to see if I can articulate this properly. I don't like where it's going. I like the meaning behind it, but I hate where it's going. For the white people, if I said this before, like, this is not y'all's fight, all right? And I say that very loosely. I don't say I don't want your support, but we don't need your help protesting and rioting. Like, rioting is kind of one of those things that it just came out that the what city was that in that the George Floyd stuff happened? Minneapolis, right? It just came out that the person that started the rioting was a white individual, a white supremacist who started the rioting in whatever that state, Minneapolis. Why? And people will do stuff to make it seem like it's worse than what it is. There are white people spray painting Black Lives Matter, fuck the police, just to incite a feeling and an emotion that wasn't really there. They're throwing the first stone and then hiding their hand. You know what I mean? So it's like, at this point, I feel like we're being mocked. I feel like we're being made fun of in a sense. And I don't like it because our cause and what we're fighting for is a real issue. This is shit that we all go through every day. You've been stopped at working and you've been stopped because you're going through the wrong neighborhood. But it's like, this is not the wrong neighborhood. It's a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And this is the route to get to where I got to get to. So this is like something that we're really going through, and other people are using it for their own personal agenda and benefit. And I don't like it because it's making us look bad, right? You look at the news outlets, mind you, black people are only 13% of this country. They got half of us locked up. Another big percent is teenagers under the age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're not the ones out here doing all this shit. You see the news flicks, you see all these white people out there doing all the protesting. Like, let us have this fight.
I think some of them are doing that because they're trying to show their support. I think there's a mixture. I think you have the other races that are trying to be supportive of the Black Lives Matter movement, and then I think you have that other percentage where they're making it look bad.
Where's that fine line? What's that fine line to where, as a black individual, you want to see someone of even a black person supporting the movement? Where's that fine line towards like you're supporting it and you're just doing too fucking much? Where's that fine line set for you?
I don't think there's a. Where is it set for me?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean with what?
Like KK, where's that fine line at to where if you have someone that supports the Black Lives Matter, where's that fine line towards like you're doing too much?
I don't know where the line is at. I don't like. What's the word? I don't want you feeling sorry for me. Remember I had a story about how white people was really nice the next day after George Floyd incident.
Awkward.
I mean, I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm like, where that come from? Like,
Pandering the shit out of you.
Yeah, don't. I mean, I get what you're doing, but it's not needed.
So where's that fine line to where it's like, thanks for your support, and it's like, man, you're doing too much.
But how do I tell somebody that you're doing too much? I don't know what's in
What
their
is
heart or like.
You don't know if they're being sincere. You don't know if they're just, like I said, if they're just really trying to show support. you don't know what. I think people are doing too much when it comes to the movement, when you've got people who are, you know, writing Black Lives Matter, F the police, and all that other stuff. Like they're
On
doing
our behalf,
something
like speaking for us.
They're speaking for us. I think that's when they're going too far with that. But I mean, as far as like on the daily basis, if someone's going too far with me or whatever,
so that's where that line is drawn
then,
for you.
Yeah, just
basically,
don't go. Just if you're gonna support, but you don't have to do anything
extra.
You don't have to go and spray paint some shit or lay bricks out there so that way we can throw stones and stuff at windows. Don't put that out there for us. Don't help us fight like that.
It's like
Matter
a Cowboys fan.
You know, if you're gonna support us, support a peaceful protest.
Yes, support us that way.
Support, yes.
I look at it like a Cowboys fan or a Bengals fan. If you support the team, you Bengals is the E, right?
Yeah. You're bangling, baby. Go ahead, baby. You're bangling, baby. Go ahead, baby.
It's like
Dun, 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 dun,
it's like supporting the Bengals, right? You know, you wear their shirts, you wear their hats, you watch their games, you watch their events. I don't go on the field and try to practice with them.
Yeah.
I don't try to jump into the game, but like, let me quarterback, coach.
Yeah.
Like, there's a line where I feel it should be drawn, and that's kind of how I feel about
That's
people.
a known line though when it comes to sports. Like,
but don't you think? I mean, if white people were out there getting murdered, I would support the White Lives Matter movement if they had one. But I'm not going out there being like, yes, writing, spray painting, and fuck yeah.
Tearing up shit and vandalizing stuff on behalf of white lives.
I'm gonna be like, y'all need to go out there and y'all should do that. I got your back. You should go out there. I'm not
gonna even tell them to go and do.
I back your cause.
Positive way.
I back your cause.
It'll be a positive reinforcement.
But that's kind of how I feel. And again, I get it. But like, treat the movement like you would treat the team that you celebrate. Support them. Wear the shirts. Wear the hats. Help someone that's in need. But as far as fighting the fight that we really aren't trying to fight and hash it out with these cops, because it's creating very intense situations.
They're starting fights.
And
starting
yeah.
Shit.
And now all of a sudden every encounter that is not becoming of you and your situation is because that person's a racist. Not just because that motherfucker simply doesn't like you, or maybe because you were the rude one in this situation. And that's why it got to that situation. Now everything is like, oh, is that person racist? Now we think everything is racist and everyone's a racist, all because of this whole, I'm black and everything is about me. And I get it, but I don't think everything is about one particular person or group. And I don't think that's where we want the Black Lives Matter movement to go to where we feel like we're better than everyone else. Because I don't think that was never the point. But sometimes it comes off that way. But it does come off that way.
We never said we was better. We just said we matter. Like, that's it.
Exactly. But do you understand where sometimes when it comes off to where it's like, oh, you do it because I'm black. Is that why? And it's like, dude,
I don't like that.
Like guys, like, no, this is not what the movement is about. Oh, so I can't get, why, you don't like me because I'm black? Oh, I can't get in this place because I'm black? Oh, I can wear a mask because I'm black? Like, no, motherfucker. Like, wear a mask because
everybody else is wearing one.
Simple. So and that's what it is. So we have a police stop. That's what made me think about this. We had a police stop, and we're gonna have someone call in. We're gonna have him call in about 5-10 minutes. Sterling is his name. And we're on Facebook going back and forth with each other about this stop, and it made me think about how, I don't want to say uppity because it's not the situation, use that word uppity, but makes me think of how we're pushing the envelope to where everything is against black people, because everyone is not against black people. It's never been that situation. Right. It's just we have our situations to where when it comes to the judicial system, when it comes to social economic situations, we're not highly looked after. So this situation in San Antonio,
we're not cared for.
Not at all. Matthias, let me just play I don't want to say his name incorrectly, which I kind of probably already just did. But let me play the video and y'all can kind of see what I'm talking about.
Tuesday afternoon, officers were looking for a man accused of choking and punching a woman at an apartment complex on the city's northwest side. The man they stopped was Matthias Omitu. SAPD says Omitu was placed in handcuffs without incident after refusing their questions. They say Omitu was asked to sit in a patrol car and refused. A struggle ensued when officers put Omitu in the vehicle. Turns out, according to SAPD, Omitu was not the man they were looking for. Omitu was still arrested and taken to jail. He was charged with 2 felony counts of assault on a police officer. SAPD says it's now investigating the incident. An hour ago, we received a statement from Mayor Ron Nirenberg. Quote, I am seeking full accounting of this incident, which remains under investigation. We have to approach this situation seriously because every single resident deserves fair and equitable treatment from the city.
So that was kind of the situation that happened. Mr. Omitu was jogging. There was a woman who was beat up, choked, and basically almost killed, beat up and choked. And she called the cops. Cops came to the location, gave a description. It was a black guy, green outfit, had a full beard. And he just took off out the back. Cops got in the car. Hold on, this is Sterling right now. Let's talk to him. Give me 1 second. What's going on? Is this Sterling?
You.
What's going on? Thank you for calling the Socially Irresponsible Podcast. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good.
Okay, so we just finished talking about Black Lives Matter and what it meant to us. I guess I want to start off by asking you that exact same question. What does Black Lives Matter mean to you?
That black people should be treated and looked at as equally as everybody else.
That's simple. How do you feel about? Also, of course, we have our other host. We have Dee Dee. Say what's up, Dee Dee.
Hey.
And then we have
Hey,
Mr.
Sterling.
Hey, Didi.
Sterling.
Eartha Kitt.
You don't know. He could have a significant other sitting right
I'm
next to him.
just
He about to get
joking.
his ass slapped.
No.
And then we also have KK.
What's up, man?
So
That's out, man.
so
That's all, KK?
chill out.
Okay, I'll just.
So how do you feel about what you've seen with this Black Lives Matter movement over the past year or so?
I do agree with some of the stuff that you were saying earlier as far as the destruction and all that. I don't think it's good to wrap all white people into that because there's some white people in it that are not doing that.
Agreed.
And so to say white people, y'all need to sit out, if white people sit out altogether, ain't nothing gonna happen, man.
True.
Yeah, that's
That's
the hardcore truth.
The main so when I said that again, you're saying 100% truth. And I guess for me to clarify myself, I'm not speaking to all white people. I'm speaking to the ones that are doing too much, if that makes any sense. And who am I to say you're doing too much? I'm nobody to say you're doing too much. But when you're doing it for reasons that are not beneficial to what the Black Lives Matter movement stands for, that's doing too much. When you're doing it as a white supremacist and you're doing it because of that, or if you're doing it for a Facebook photo op, or if you're doing it because it's what everyone else is doing and you want to be at the rally because it just feels like it's cool, then I think that's doing too much. Does that kind of make sense?
I agree with that.
So that's what I mean when I say that. Now, we had a disagreement, and it wasn't really a disagreement. It was a disagreement. We're going back and forth about the Ometu stop. Okay, we just played a clip of it. So of course, if anyone has not been following or heard about it, there was an individual that was in San Antonio. He was jogging. He was stopped by the police and apprehended wrongfully for a crime that he did not commit. What happened was the crime was a woman got strangled and beat up. She called the cops for the cops to come out and apprehend the individual, and he was the guy that they ran into. What is your take on that whole situation?
My take is they took him to jail because he didn't tell them his name.
Okay.
Which is illegal.
And
I mean, he
go ahead.
just coming from his side, and not always looking at it just from the police's side. Coming from his side, why does he have to explain himself as a free man, who he is and what he's doing?
Can I answer that for you? And this is me coming from a side of not knowing, and this is kind of how I look at it. And you have two sides, right? So you have a police side, and you have the suspect side, right? And he's the guy that did not do it. The police has civilian. The police has no idea if he did or did not do it. Correct? So the police needs to gather information to make sure that he did or did not do it. The civilian knows he didn't do it, but the police don't. And then I would put it like this: I don't care if you're dating. Pretend like you have a girlfriend or a wife if you don't have one. You come home and she says, "Boy, who is this number? Who have you been cheating with? I found such and such in the house, and you did not do it. What are you gonna tell her?
I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna laugh or something. I don't know. I ain't gonna take it seriously.
But what are you gonna tell her? Though? Are you gonna be like, babe, you know I didn't do that? Are you gonna be like, yep, you're right, I did it?
Or you're gonna be like, it's none of your business. Because I was a free man, I don't need to tell you shit. Oh, poop.
You know, I mean, you can't compare. I ain't married to the police.
Uh-huh.
But poop.
No, but what would you tell her though? In all honesty, and go ahead.
All honesty, yeah, I would tell her what she needed to hear, her assurance to make her feel good. But we ain't married to the police, and if we are married, we've been in an abusive relationship, and these motherfuckers need to know how to do their job.
But
that ain't the way to do it.
Well, did you watch the video?
Yeah.
What do you think the police did wrong in that video? Just asking.
Touching him, putting handcuffs on him.
They should have never put handcuffs on him. Why not?
Because he was not giving his name is not a crime.
Okay, so
there's no reason.
So
there should be no reason why he should be detained if he's not committing a crime.
Okay, so say if the guy that they stopped in the green shirt, which a guy had a green shirt, had a full beard, a black individual. What if the guy in the green shirt was the actual bad guy? So if a cop walks up to somebody who fits the description, and let's just pretend like that is the bad guy, what do you think the bad guy is going to tell the cops when the cops are saying, what is your name? Can you identify yourself? What is the bad guy going to respond to the cops with? Just curious. What do you think?
I'm not going to tell you my name. And that is his right. That's his right.
As a bad guy, right?
As an American.
No. Can you please just answer this question? What would the bad?
I'm answering it.
What would a bad guy say? If a cop, I'm just curious. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What would a bad guy say if a cop came up to him after he committed a crime and said, "Sir, what is your name? I'm here because you fit the description of somebody who committed a crime that you know you just committed." What would you answer with?
He would say the same thing, and he can do that as an American.
So then someone that just committed a crime on somebody, he's saying the same thing someone that did. So to make sure he doesn't run away from your custody until you identify and make sure he is who he is, they normally handcuff you, right? Just to make sure you're detained. Because he was detained. He wasn't arrested. He was detained at that time.
But what did he need to be handcuffed for? And do you necessarily have to be a bad person to not give your name to the police? You could be bad or good. You could be bad or good.
That's true. That's true.
I'm not giving you my name.
But none of that shit would have happened had he just said his fucking name.
And I agree with that.
If he didn't do nothing, hey, what's your name? Kelvin. Hey, run it. Here go my license number. Right. Let me go. Then I'm gonna talk all that shit, that cash shit. Leave me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but while you're fighting for that, there's a woman in the house that just got her ass beat up. There's almost dead. And while you're bullshitting with the cops, giving them a hard time, the person that actually whooped their ass is now getting further and further away. So I mean, this isn't this is kind of a serious situation that we're using. If a cop came up to me and said, "Say you match a description of someone who was just brutally beat up, choked, or whatever,"
did the police say that to him?
Yeah, the police walked up to him and said,
that
you fit the first thing he said, you fit the description of someone who's been family domestic. I think is what he used.
Hey, yo, can I interject?
Go ahead, yeah, go ahead, for sure.
Did you see the picture of the guy?
The picture of the guy was taken after when he was arrested. At the time, from what the video saw, he had a full beard. The picture he had no beard. Looked like he shaved because when the woman said his description, she said he had a beard, a full beard. And then the picture that everyone is seeing, like, he doesn't look like it. That's not the same picture the cops had riding around. So this is information we have 3 days later that the cops didn't have at the time. So I don't think that's kind of a fair thing to put on the cops because they didn't even have that information. But yes,
he was a light-skinned dude.
The cop
he didn't look nothing like him?
The cops didn't ask, "Hey, sir, is he is she a dark skin? Is he a light skin?"
So
guy?
the police didn't have an idea of what this suspect looked like whatsoever when they pulled over.
Yeah,
the
they just knew he was. They just knew he was black,
and he was black, and he was probably on foot, maybe.
But that was the description that she gave him. It wasn't like just some shit they made up. They were looking for a black guy with a green shirt, full beard.
Oh, that was safety vest yellow.
Yeah.
Ain't too many people walking around in that color.
But that was the description that she gave him. So it wasn't like they had a picture and they pinpointed him with. Does that kind of make sense though? When it comes to, it was a vague description. She just got beat up. Like she wasn't.
Right. So she got beat up, choked, and all that stuff happened. They pulled him over. He didn't give them their name or his name, and they handcuffed him because he didn't comply with giving his name.
In the video, the cop even said that, hey, can you bring her around, get her in the back of the car, set a location that they're at, let's bring her to the scene so she can identify him to make sure that he's not. Go ahead.
This is poor policing, in my opinion. Like, it's 2020. Take a picture of him, send it, and ask if this the guy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That does make total sense. That way, they don't make.
You don't think
they
don't
have
do that?
they don't have a situation like this happen if they have.
Why you have to detain somebody to bring somebody there, the accuser that just abused them or whatever? You gonna bring them to him and show him face to face? Take a picture of him and send it to him.
Because if they don't detain the individual, I would assume that if
they
you're not
can
detained,
follow him.
So you're going to sit there and now you're going to harass him. So you don't want to detain him because you think he fits the description, but now you want to follow a free man that is not being detained and you think that's better?
It would avoid stuff like this.
Or him giving the name. We're not going to put responsibility on our actions and just saying, hey, I didn't do shit. I understand you're looking for her. I hope everything is good for her. I'm going to help you out. My name is Damian Chandler. Here's my driver's license number. Check it real quick and I hope you go find that individual because she needs justice.
I think it's the mentality and the culture of the police department to feel like they can tell us we have to do something that we don't have to do and make it seem like you're breaking the law if you don't do it.
But wasn't it more for the fact, and that's the thing and this is what I think this whole conflict with us and the cops are at this point. It wasn't more, this had nothing to do about him and his liberties. This was about that woman trying to find her assailant, the guy who whooped her, right? Like, I think we're pushing everything, and this is just my personal opinion. Everything you're saying, I get what you're saying. It's bigger than that traffic stop. It's bigger than them being like, hey, give me your name, which they didn't even say it in an improper way. He asked nicely a couple of times, said, man, can you just give me your name so we can figure this out, so he could be gone. And the cop even was like, hey, I could bring her, called his guy, and can you bring her to the scene so he could see it. And I mean, it made sense. I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I think it makes sense too, though. I think, if I'm a police officer and I ask someone their name because I'm trying to either catch the bad guy or let someone go so I can continue my
investigation.
Right. I need to know your name. And if you give me your name, and if it doesn't match who I'm looking for, thank you for your time. Let me enjoy the rest of your day, sir, and keep on moving.
You don't think that the guy extended it to more than what it was? A 2-hour video.
I think with everything that's going on now today, a lot of people experiencing their own stuff with the cops, their own personal stories. That's one of the main reasons why I'm the way I am. My first interaction with a cop told me shut the fuck up.
It was bad, right?
It was bad.
Was it here in San Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay.
A Mexican cop.
Okay.
And I didn't know my rights. And so, now that I got older and I know my rights, it's a different story. So I think now it's like more of a principle of it.
Yes.
Like y'all are workers for the government. You don't come and tell me I have to give up my rights because you say so.
Is it so? So what would you have done in that situation? I'm assuming you've done the exact same thing, right?
Yeah, and I guarantee you, he's gonna get paid for it.
No, and that's the thing. He'll get paid. Hoorah! That's great for him. But
that proves that it was wrong.
No, it just proves in a civil suit you don't have to be proven 100% of the law. You just have to tilt the scale. It's not a full on guilt.
So wait, I don't mean to cut you off, but for someone who knows what their rights are versus someone who doesn't know what their rights are, I think that's what this conversation is about. Because not that you don't know, but Sterling sounds like because he's knowledgeable of what his rights are. About. Yeah, he's exercising that versus someone who doesn't, who knows all their rights,
Yes.
or whatever. So they handle it different. I think it has to do with if that's what y'all are trying to get at. It's who handles what different. And like he said, and he's going to get paid, and they made a mistake, and then I guess the goal is for the officers to also do their job, and also understanding what my rights are. Like, if you know that my rights are that I don't have to give you my name, and I'm not giving you my name, then don't arrest me or tie me down or throw me on the ground, or whatever the case may be.
In the video that you saw, where do you think the cops went wrong? Let me ask you that.
Like I said earlier, when they touched them.
Now, I agree with you on that. That's one thing I agree. Now, everything that the cops did was fucked up. The name thing is the only thing that I'm really wondering, like, why in the fuck are we not helping out with situations? Because they're still the police. We have to help them catch the bad guys, if that comes to the point. Now, and not just catching the bad guy, I don't want to go to jail for something I didn't do, so I'm definitely giving my name.
That's my first
When they
thought,
arrest them and they put the handcuffs on them to detain them, they should have did that. Because, of course, if he was the guy that did it, what if he tries to run away? Now you're on some other bullshit. Easier to catch somebody in handcuffs than somebody not on handcuffs fleeing on foot. Two, I mean, when they stopped him, they didn't even search him. That guy went into his pocket 2 or 3 times to pick his phone out, text, and look up stuff. They didn't harass him. They didn't pull out their guns. They didn't do none of that stuff to him when he was free. So,
they held him captive and he couldn't move
because they had it, and they're trying to figure out who he was because he fit the
description. Because he looked like somebody.
That's kind of how they solved crimes.
Didn't know what the other person looked like, though.
The description fit 100%. You understand that, right? So what if that was the bad guy? Then everyone be like, good cops. Like
I'm saying, man, I feel like I don't mind telling these cops how to do their job, but clearly they need to know. But like I said earlier, they need to make a more protocol with stuff like that, to just pull out their phone and take a picture. It would have took way quicker, and I would respect the citizens' rights. Something that just these cops, they put their hand on the Bible and swear an oath to that shit. They don't mean that shit if they doing stuff like that, and if they actually telling people you have to say your tell your name is, and they know that's what the Fifth Amendment and Texas Penal Code 3802 say we don't have to do.
And we had a conversation about that on Facebook, and you were right about that, because he was detained, he wasn't charged at that time, so he wasn't he wasn't arrested at that time. But if he was arrested, that's when he would have to give his name. So you're right about that, and I do apologize for going back and forth, not going back and forth, but being like, that's bullshit. But yeah, no, I did. I was like, fuck that, because my whole thing is just give the name, man, and we can go back and forth about it. But I'm gonna ask you this one last question, okay? And I think this is probably the most important question of them all. Do you have kids, yes or no?
Yeah, I got 2 girls.
Okay, I have 2 girls as well. Mine are 11 and 10. I just wanted to say their age because I don't know. I have kids, shit. So say you have your two daughters, and they go out into the real world whenever it is they go out into the real world, if they're not there yet. What do you tell them about interaction with the cops? Like, what is the conversation you have with them? Because, and I'm just curious, because I know the interaction, the conversation I had with my parents about the cops was different. It was like, hey, cooperate. They ask for your name. Give me your fucking name. It's not that hard. Don't move fast. Don't argue with them. Get the fuck out that situation and make it home. What are you telling your kids now, if I may ask?
And I understand being taught that during that time, because, a lot of times when the situations would happen, it would be our word against the police. So I understand that. But now with social media and cameras, and you can just press a button and go live, I tell my kids to pull out their phone, go live, and tell whoever's around you to contact us, and you don't answer any questions and remain silent.
So your child, or whomever you're telling is going live, is more important than their life, because I've seen a lot of live videos with a dead person on the other end. And in all honesty, going live is not going to save your life, because they die all the time. Pulling out your phone, before you even press record, just pulling out your phone is a death sentence, because they could say that is a gun, and when you pull a phone out of your pocket, it could look like a gun because you're pulling something out. So, I mean, is this really what we're telling our kids, to pull out their phone and press record and not cooperate with, especially when we're innocent and we know we didn't do something? Is this really what we're telling our kids now? Like, it's confusing.
Don't talk to the police. Pull out your phone, record it. Like, I've experienced it myself. The police acting like they your friend, and they're trying to just shoot the shits with you, and the whole time they're trying to build a case on you.
Yeah, and
you don't talk to them.
It's that passive aggressive.
No, that's true. I mean, I've dealt with cops, and cops will get you to talk, and I was in the same situation. I was beat up by the cops myself in this exact same situation. Only difference was I actually got my ass whooped. And I didn't spend 2 days in jail because the judge looked at that shit and let me out. Only difference was I didn't understand that I could sue back then. I was a kid. I didn't know that this could be that. And this was before it was popular and caught on TV and caught on cameras. So I told him my name, gave my driver's license, and I said I'm not saying anything else. Reason why I say that is because, like you said, Sterling, they're going to use everything you say and try to build up a lie. They're going to ask you questions, hope you fuck up, to try to catch you in a lie, to put something on you more than what they have. So I get everything you're saying, but
I agree with that.
But we're talking about simply identifying yourself. We're not talking about any.
He already said that he doesn't want to identify himself. You want to identify yourself.
And that's that
I
cusp.
do too.
And that's that cusp of why we got to this. If you would have identified yourself, ran his name, ran his driver's license, see that he's not the name of the guy they're looking for, he would have been out of there and finished his workout.
That's probably what to sum it up. Yeah. If he would have given his name, then it probably. But because he didn't, he stayed there for 2 hours, and all of this happened, and this is the aftermath. That's what sums it up.
And then the people apply the pressure on them and tell them that they need to do their job, and that's unacceptable.
Yeah, no, I get it.
What's their job in that situation?
Yeah, I really thought they were doing their job very well. They found a guy in a green shirt with a beard, black guy, X amount, and then I didn't think they didn't do their job. But
no, it was the wrong guy. So and they threw him in the car and took him.
That was
downtown.
fucked up. That was forcing them into the car.
But you can't say that and then say they did their job well.
No.
Like, you have to. It's one or the other.
No. They did their job on the stop. Now, of course, throwing him into the back of the car, I think they could have let him sit on the grass like he wanted to. So I think that could have been an alternative. But again, I've been thrown in the back of a car and I just set my ass in the back of the car, let him figure that shit out, and I got out.
They wasted too much time. So they wasted too much time with this fella.
Yeah.
Right here, and
they was trying to sweat him out to make him just say, "Yo, my name is this," but he was.
But it was
he
for a
felt
valid
strongly.
reason.
He felt strongly about what he felt, and I felt him on that because the cops need to respect our rights.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't take that long for them to respect it, and all that happening, and then coming out with an apology saying that they were wrong. They need to respect it on the spot.
Yeah, I mean, McManus, I guess McManus is his name. He's actually said that he stood by what the cops did. So,
well, of course.
And they're not going to do it if we can continue to push this narrative like, just comply, just do what they say. You shouldn't.
No, I get it. And like I said, we're going to sit. The only thing I want people to get out of this conversation, again, I agree with everything you said, except. And it's not about my agreement, because just because I don't agree doesn't mean, I'm right or wrong or whatever. It's just that I would hope that we give that same conversation to our kids and be like, man, you don't have to kiss the cop's ass. But if they assume that you did something bad and you didn't do it, give them your name and clear your shit so you can get the fuck out that situation and let them do their job and you go about your day. That's kind of all I'm hoping that we get out of this. Giving your name is no pride in not giving your name. It's no street hood stripes, because this guy has never had never had any interaction with the laws according to him and his father before this day. So he didn't have the bad taste in his mouth like you did. Of course, he had it from what he sees on TV, but it's from a personal experience. Like, I had a personal experience as well, and my taste ain't that bad with the cops to at least understand, to at least give your name. But once again, that's kind of what I wanted to see. Not just with the name thing, but also what you would tell your kids. Again, there's going to be people that are going to hate me and call me a coon or whatever the fuck they want to call me for saying I give them their name. And there's going to be people that are going to agree with you and think that you're being too strong by not giving your name. So you know how that is when it comes to the world. When you put something out there, it's going to be judged. But again, thank you for your call.
Go ahead. I don't think you're a coon. I don't think you're a coon. I think you have your opinions because of what you've been through, and I understand.
No, I mean I know I'm not a coon. You could not you. Anyone could think I'm a coon. That's totally fine. They can think whatever they want.
I think there are a lot of people who agree with you, Damien, and I think there's a lot of people that's going to agree with you, Sterling. I think it's two ways that you can handle this situation. It's obviously there's two ways.
My only thing is that, man, just give your name. I mean, if you can tell your kids or something like that, don't comply 100%, but at least identify yourself, especially if you know you didn't do it. I'm gonna let you get the last word, Sterling. Is there anything you want to tell people, not about just this? Well, I guess mainly about a situation like this. Is there anything you want to tell the people to watch out for or to be aware of? And, of course, you're big on your rights, and it's good that you know them because you've taught me some things. What do you want to tell everyone that's listening?
Know your rights. Like you just said it. Know your rights. Learn them. And you shouldn't be victimized for knowing your rights.
There you go. There you go. Amen, man. Well, thanks for calling, Sterling, and thanks for randomly. I don't even know this guy. We were just on Facebook.
Thank you, Sterling.
Fucking battling and shit. So I appreciate the conversation.
It wasn't no battle.
No, it wasn't beef. It was no beef at all. All love, man. One black man to the next. You have a good one, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Good night.
Good night.
Sterling sounded cool than a motherfucker, didn't he? And that's all I wanted to get out of this conversation because me and him was going back and forth. Thank y'all for tuning in and listening to that. I'm curious, what would y'all do? What did they say? What would y'all do in this situation? How do you feel about that situation, and what would y'all do? What do you feel is right, and what do you feel is wrong?
What are the people saying, Bree?
He did nothing wrong, and they want you to change the subject.
They feel like he did nothing wrong? No, okay. Well, again, I think he, again, should have gave his name, but that's kind of what that is on me. And then also we have other situations when it comes to this Black Lives and this, that, and the third. You had white privileged Stephen A. Smith was talking about that shit when it comes to this movement and where we're at. He was talking about, what was he saying about Steve Nash?
He was basically saying he got the job because he was white. I'm sorry, I must knock your phone down. It's a 6. It's all right. It's gonna bounce back up like it was a record. But nah, so basically,
size 6. Little ass feet.
Baby.
You know what they say about that? What about Stephen A. Austin?
Yeah. Well,
Stephen A. who?
Austin, whatever the hell it is.
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith.
So basically, he's saying Steve Nash got the job because he was white. He had no coaching experience, but
he was really mad about that shit too.
I mean, he was upset. But there's been plenty. I ain't gonna say plenty, but there's been enough black coaches that's got a job.
Not enough, but there's been some.
Man, how many do you want it to be? Like
all of them.
What?
Let's sit up here and count.
All of them.
No, I'm just saying people always.
I'm just fucking
like
with you.
If I own something, you can't tell me
who to have.
Yeah, because they black. That don't mean that he a good coach just because he black.
It's better. I will say it's better than it has been. I will say the whole black. But I get what you're saying. I don't like this simple fact like you said he was talking about white privilege. That
it had nothing to do with white privilege. It's just who the dude wanted to hire as a coach. He had a relationship with Kevin Durant, so Kevin Durant is the star of the team, and they asked him.
The GM of the team actually played with him with the Suns.
Yeah,
Sean Marks.
So I mean, it's who you know.
Yeah, so, that's it, right?
And they know, and everybody keep bringing up Mark Jackson. Like I was telling you, like the dude is a ordained minister. Don't nobody want to play for him, man. Like they keep saying he's blackballed in the league. I'm like, these is young black dudes with millions of dollars that go to strip club, that hang with bitches, that do
whatever,
everything. You don't want to be coming to practice and hearing that. You know what I'm saying?
Smelling like alcohol and shit.
And you got to deal with this dude.
Yeah.
But what if he's not condemning them for doing all of that?
That's how he lost his first job, though.
Oh, because he was being
with the
judgmental
Warriors.
or whatever?
Yes, he was throwing, He was
very authoritative. He wanted the ship to be ran, and he got that team right now and tough.
I mean, they won when he left.
But he was very, strict, and there was an issue. So he kind of blackballed his self in a sense. But it's just funny. Again, like I was saying, everything is not for black reasons, white reasons.
Yeah.
And throwing this, he just got a job because white. Steve Nash is a 2-time MVP Hall of Famer.
He shouldn't have got none of those, though. Shaq should have won those.
I think he should have won. I don't think he should have won back to back. He should have got one of them.
But yeah, he got 2.
Yeah, we should have got one of them at least. But it's all that shit, you know. Now you hate. So you got it because he was white? Is that what it was, KK?
Yeah.
He got the MVP because he was white? Shaq should have got it. When the shoe fits, right?
Yeah, now he shouldn't have won them, but he can get the job.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that was the thing when it came to that. I like Steve Nash, and that's a whole little white privilege is always whatever. The fist. But I like Steve Nash. I think he should have got it because, I mean, like you said, there's been coaches with less talent. Shit, if Tyrone Lue can get a goddamn job as a black man that has no accolades.
Never had a coaching experience.
Then, and he just got that because he knew LeBron James. And if he can get a job, then shit.
Isaiah Thomas got a job. Magic Johnson's coach without being on somebody's bench. Like, it's just...
Shit, didn't Larry Bird get a job as a coach?
Yeah.
With no experience?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens as players. So, I mean, you know, I and Larry Bird actually did good in the end when he was there. But I hope it works out for him. I thought Popovich was going to get that job because there's a rumor that he was...
That dude ain't going nowhere, man.
Well, there's a rumor that he was potentially looking to get that spot, and that would have been dope watching him coach KD and Kyrie Irving. But again, it didn't happen. Steve Nash is there, and I wish him well. And when I say all this stuff against black people, so to speak, I don't want y'all to think that I'm not pro-black. You know, and KK, I don't want y'all to think KK or Didi is not pro-black on these topics. It's just, it's just that she has Hispanic in her body, whatever. So I'm
pro-black.
It's more of just, you know, like if we want equality and if we want fairness, we have to act like it, and we can't expect the whole world to crumble and bow to our knees, so to speak, because what we're going through. Again, all I wanted to do is be able to sit at the table and be heard. That's it. And that's kind of where I'm at with that, whether you like it or not. Yeah. So let's talk. So and I hate these situations and these conversations because it's like it really niggas are dying out there, man. Like that's how serious this is. We see an altercation of a black person and a white person damn near daily. Mm-hmm. I've had with baller, what is it called, Brianna?
It's called baller alert.
Baller alert. And you see this shit all the time. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, and white people are going to be white people, and it sucks. And I don't mean all white people, but the ones that are out there causing havoc, like, they're going to do what the fuck they do, man. And it sucks. But we also have to understand, like, it's not all because we're black. I done seen some black people doing some really ignorant shit. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you should get your ass yelled at.
All racist.
And I've seen white people do some ignorant shit that should get beat up. Them Karens all the time, they're stupid. So, I mean, it goes both ways. We have to take responsibility.
So, if somebody running up in your motherfucking house, who do you call?
I'm calling you, nigga.
You don't call?
I'm calling KK.
Well, but people that hate the police, who they calling?
I'm calling you.
Just leave it up to God?
No, I'm calling you, KK. I'm calling you. Hey, KK, this nigga in the house. I'm in the room.
Shh. Get in the closet. Shut up. Shut up.
Hang up. Turn your ringer off. You're an asshole. So we have another situation we had. And this is another one of those motherfuckers, right? I said we should stop cursing. We have a whole segment called Look at These Motherfuckers, right?
Y'all said y'all was gonna slow your roll. And KK said he wasn't cursing no more to show.
Have I cussed?
KK, you've been cursing.
Really?
Yeah, you've been cursing.
That's what my daughter, she always like, you cussing? I ain't even hear it.
I've been cursing too, though. So, yeah. Fuck. But look at this motherfucker. Who is this, Bree? Who we got right here? With Jessica, what's her name? Gab, Curb. So, some teacher. I think she was a teacher in we ain't got the information.
She's
I didn't
a
write
professor.
it. Professor in college. A college professor.
She's an African professor.
African professor.
At George
Washington University. And she just outed herself and said, guys, believe it or not, I'm not black. Ta-da! I'm actually a Jewish / white person that's not from North Africa. And I've just been fooling y'all this whole time, but thank you for your support. You got some words for it, Didi?
I wanted to say donkey of the day. Goes to.
She probably got a donkey of the day. KK,
Did people think she was black though? Or?
Evidently, she was able to
She was just
pull
teaching
it
a
off.
class. You got to be black to teach a class?
No.
She wanted that street cred, I guess. You know, she wanted that clout. Like, yeah, I'm black.
She was saying she was from North Africa and the Caribbean, and she was just.
So she was from both of those places.
That's what she said.
Anyway, so that motherfucker right there, it's the new Rachel. It's the new Rachel of 2020. We got white people.
I wish I could know why. Bree, did you find out like what was her purpose for that? Like, what did she ever?
have a stance?
Yeah, like
research?
did she give a reason and say why she did it? Did you?
Something along the lines of, she's always come up with these identities as a child.
She was abused.
And she just ran.
Okay, so she needs help. She's a mental case. Okay,
I think they said that.
That's what that is. Okay, so she wasn't out there just doing it because she wanted to, I don't know.
Well, she is out of line, and that motherfucker needs help. We have another motherfucker right here, and this, I feel bad for this. Check
I
this
work
story
hard
out.
every motherfucking day. I go to work and stay the fuck out the way. I don't bother no motherfucking body. I didn't care if you and your nigga was in this bitch selling drugs, doing whatever the fuck you was doing. I didn't give a fuck. I told you, long as you keep my house up and pay me my rent, I wasn't gonna fuck with y'all. Ain't no landlord doing that shit. Because I know y'all gotta feed y'all family like I gotta feed mine, bitch. This what the fuck y'all do to people?
I feel bad.
It's not funny.
No, I was drinking water.
I swear to God on my mama, bitch, if I seen you, I'm going to prison.
He is angry.
I'm gonna shoot you.
And that's on my kids. I'll shoot you dead in your motherfucking face, bitch.
No, this isn't funny, guys.
It's not funny.
I feel
It's
for
not.
him. I work on houses. I do remodel. So I guess the situation in this situation, in this whole scene, he heard it. He rented some shit out to somebody. He went back to the house to collect his money, and the windows was busted out, holes in the wall, paint on the floor.
No, he asked them for the rent.
For the rent, yeah.
That they didn't have it. So he asked them to leave, and they said, F your rental property.
They didn't say nothing personal. They just tore his shit up.
Obviously they said.
Hey,
F
when
your
you introduce me on the beginning of the show, I want that to come up. I shoot you in your motherfucking face, bitch.
Here's that octopus. Bitch! I feel bad. We should be laughing. This is a real serious situation.
Hey, run that back. That one part. Run that part
I
back.
just can't run that one part back.
Shoot you in your motherfucking
We can't laugh at that, man. I feel
Y'all
real
ain't
bad
supposed
for
to be
him.
using those types of words.
That's my intro right there. I love that. That was he felt that came from like
It
right
came
here.
from the pit.
yeah.
It came from down here.
It came
It came up.
What would you do if you walked in one of your rental properties and saw that? Same thing.
I don't know that I would be that emotional. Like
That's a lot of money on the
He
ground.
had,
No,
remember,
it is.
He
It
had
is.
no insurance. He said at the very beginning because
Well,
they thought it was some insurance scheme. He had no insurance on
yeah,
that
he
property.
was talking about an insurance scam. He said, if you think it's an insurance scam,
I ain't
it's
got
not.
no
I ain't got
insurance.
no insurance. You know what? I probably wouldn't rent a home out without insurance because of stuff like this. It happens.
Yeah, no,
I really wouldn't.
No, I feel
would just
bad
leave
for
it
him.
fucking.
you already did.
I would just leave it empty until I can get some insurance because renting a home out with no insurance is a liability. Look at the windows.
Nah,
you
yeah.
already said.
Look at my window. Look at my window.
That's $100. That's $300 a window.
A window.
to buy
Yeah.
and to have it
There's a
installed.
lot of windows on the ground.
I mean, and they
lot of
busted
windows.
out the dryer, the
glass on
glass
the washer,
on the
and
washer,
dryer.
the
and those
front end
wasn't those,
loaders.
and those wasn't no regular washers and
No,
dryers.
he
Those
had-
are
he said
Samsung front
Samsung.
loaders.
You
Looking
know.
out for his people. I feel bad for him. So if I was in this town, I would actually have somebody. I would go out there and help him out. I get some of my.
But you know how much? You know how often this
What?
happens. You know how often that happens. That happens often.
Man said,
I was-
I'm gonna shoot you.
I was watching a dude and he made a comment on it. He said, "Yeah, man, this happens a lot." He said, "If it was me, I would have put cement down the pipes, the drain pipes." I was like, "Nigga, that's a horrible, good ass idea."
It is horrible.
Can you
good.
understand if you put cement down someone's drain pipes, you got to replace the whole plumbing in the whole place?
That shit is.
Oh man, I'd have killed somebody for that. And now we have another one. So this one happened in South Carolina. Check this out.
I'm sorry, what was that? What did you say? Please say it to my face. I believe your exact terminology was pigs.
Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
That nigga nutted up, didn't he?
That was you.
No.
Because you were mad we made you leave without drinking your beer.
Was that on film or anything? Did you get that on your body camera?
Actually,
or?
yeah, I did.
All right, cool.
Try again. What's your problem? Speak freely. You got my attention now because that's what you wanted, so speak freely.
My issue is you talking to these people of color as if they are less than human.
The people of color. The gentleman right there that called me a
White cop said, "Call me a
that
nigga."
guy that just called me a
Can you stop saying that word, please?
I never told you that. Actually, you did. It's on body cam, so try again.
No, actually, look at that T-shirt. That shirt.
I've never said that day in my life. Yes, sir, you did.
No, actually, don't.
Yes, sir, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. It's on camera. Camera.
I never.
Right there. You just did it again.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Dude, there's literally like 17.
You got mad because I told you couldn't drink your drink, so you called me that word.
What word?
You want to say it again?
Yeah, actually I do. Say it.
Why? Because all you're doing is calling me ignorant. That's what that word means. If you'd like to call yourself ignorant, keep saying. Actually, if you look in the dictionary, it does. Dictionary.
No.
Yeah, you know the book you open and read? That thing.
Oh, you mean the dictionary that has been established by people who established the law?
Right, established by people of the law.
Oh, you mean
okay. Correct. When I was called that, I can say it back saying the guy that just called, oh, I can't? He can say it to me, but I can't say it to him.
White.
Right.
You're white.
Who cares what color I am? He called me a word.
It's a racist word.
It's not a racist word. I said he called me that word. Nobody was called that.
Use it. You can't use it.
I can't use it.
Escalating.
So this is the shit that I can't stand.
He sounds like a first grader. He called me a word.
He was a dick in high school.
Yeah,
he was a dick
all
in first grade.
levels. Shit, at daycare.
Like this is the shit. This is the aggravation shit. Like you can't, like cops cannot be the aggressor in situations.
And then act ignorant.
And act as if they did nothing.
He was acting ignorant.
And then he was mad because a dude said the word nigga in conversation, which he doesn't, I ain't gonna say it doesn't seem like it. He said, I've never said nigga. You said that shit a lot. He had a shirt with a
Your
monkey.
shirt
yeah.
tells me you say the N-word.
Blowing up the freaking
Confederate flag. It's a dope ass shirt.
It was dope. If somebody know how to make that, hit me up, man. I'll buy one.
Terry. So that was the thing with that. Like this, like why are cops doing? Why do y'all feel? Why do not y'all? Because not all cops are like that. But the cops that are like that, or even anyone, when you're in a confrontational situation, why is nobody de-escalating shit no more? Why are we trying to record escalated shit?
Because people don't want to get arrested or killed or beat up.
So, but that's why they're not de-escalating.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think the reason why people are not de-escalating shit is because they're just gonna become a victim.
But I mean, shit. Like, why is the cops? Now, one thing about this situation.
Well, you mean
with the cops,
another police officer?
No,
or you mean like
just people in general?
That guy right there was trying to de-escalate it.
No, he was. But the cop, like, why was the cop? And I guess in this situation, as the cop, why are they not de-escalating situations?
Why is the cop not de-escalating the situation?
In this situation specifically,
because he was lit. I think he was on some shit.
The cop was fucked up.
Yes, because he walked up in there starting shit. He walked up, all right, I'm the deputy in this town.
But that's
everybody
just how
put your
people
drinks
are though
down.
when they think they got a position of power.
He walked up in there acting like that, and for what?
He is what's wrong, I think, with the police force. He is the type of people that give good cops bad names.
Yeah.
Because in any situation, a cop should always be the one to de-escalate a situation. Not jump on people, throw shit at people, call people niggas, even if it's not even an insult, even if it's in conversation. This is shit that cops should not do. You're supposed to be there to bring peace.
Right. What is their train? That's something that
I
want to know.
ignorant.
What is that in their training? Do police officers not have that in their training? Where are they taught to escalate or de-escalate? Because I see a lot of more escalation going on. It's like they go in there and they start shit.
Well,
they all lit.
But see,
no, I'm just playing, not all.
And see, when you say shit like that, that's kind of the misconception because we don't see the good trap, the good.
Well, no, what I'm asking is, what is their training like? Where is this idea?
I'm pretty sure they're not trained that.
Where's the idea that I'm gonna walk up in here and just start some shit?
I'm pretty sure they're not trained that.
Well, then they need to prove that they're not training. They need to act like that. Show that that's not your. But all that's happening. That happens way too often.
No, it happens. If it happens one time, to me, it's too much. But he was fired. So he's a cop in South Carolina, and they fired his ass.
There it is.
So he's out of it.
That answers that.
He's not on leave. He's not on paid vacation. He's fired completely off the task. So I mean, my whole thing is, man, like, you know, if you're an officer, man, like, de-escalate the situation. Don't bring it to a head. And he was in there for the simple fact that people were in there drinking after curfew. That was his only reason. It's no need to go in there and start arguing because people are in a bar drinking after curfew. Tell them to get out. Either leave the fuck or find the bar or leave. That's your only option.
And you know what? I've seen that done before too, but in a mannerable way, where it's like, hey, drinking time is over, and everybody starts putting their drinks away, and he's just standing there waiting for people to take your last sip. All right, and then everybody, I've seen that.
Well, we know how it should be handled. It's just those situations like that, like not even just that, even in like traffic stops.
I'm just saying that I've seen the opposite of that.
Yeah.
I've witnessed it where
so
all cops are not bad cops.
Exactly, they're not. But so work on your de-escalation skill, police officers, please.
Please.
You ready? The nitty gritty. I wish I had a song for that. Which one do you want to start at? Want me to start with the first one that you wanted to ask the people?
We could start off with we can start with the first one.
The very first one. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you all these questions. I want you to tell me what you think about it. And we're going to have KK get into the personal aspects of his life.
Okay, cool. Let's run it.
Untwist his arms. He's going to tell you all about everything. He's going to tell you about that time that he signed up for his colonoscopy. Because I heard you're doing it now, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that should be. I wish I had that applause. I wish I had that button.
Getting that colon check.
Mama got in your ass, didn't she?
Yeah. It wasn't even because of the show, and then it was just like some random.
Well, I'm glad your mom randomly got in your ass because the doctor's going to get in your ass too. See what I did there? All right, so the first conversation we're going to have about dating, relationships, men and women, or, whatever your preference is. Dating the ugly. So I guess I wrote it to kind of like, so I can remember what it's about. Dating the ugly for soulmate. That's a horrible way to put it, but I remember the question.
Yeah.
So Didi, pose your question that you had for us.
Well, I've seen this a lot on social media. People are going back and forth, whether it's a post or in a group or in a singles group where people are trying to mix and mingle.
Didi,
and there's this question that keeps coming up. I'm acting like you now.
Make a long story long. God damn.
Well, Damien does it the whole show.
You trying to be like me?
Yes.
Don't do that.
Well, it's working. No. So there's this question where it's like people need to, or you should give people that you are not attracted to a chance. Date them even though you're not attracted to them, because that could be your soulmate. You could possibly be missing out on your soulmate because you have a preference and you're stuck on this preference. I think that is, I get what people are trying to say.
I personally think my soulmate is cute though.
Yeah, well, so you gonna be walking around with a little monkey just because that motherfucker your soulmate?
Just because he treats you right?
I'm not saying that.
I disagree. Shit is dumb.
But is that what they expect people to do though?
Well, no. So what I'm saying is like how we were talking about it when women refer back and say, "Well, I looked at your profile pic. You inboxed me.
Yeah.
Hello, I looked at your profile, and that's why I didn't respond back." Guys are getting pissed when women are being honest and saying, "I'm not attracted to you." That's why
guys are really mad about shit like that.
Yes, I see it every day. Somebody is posting about. Somebody is posting about, don't look at my profile, or if you look at, give me a chance. Don't look at my picture.
How do you give somebody a chance you're not attracted to though?
That's the point.
That's what I'm saying.
Should you?
No, who the fuck?
Some people do. I've seen a lot of beautiful. Have you ever seen them novellas? And you see them beautiful ass women, them ugly ass little midget Mexican men. Like I haven't seen that shit a lot of times. So I mean, and I've seen beautiful.
But that might be somebody you grew up with. He funny, he does that. But you don't just randomly meet somebody.
So give him a chance to be
okay,
funny.
Have you ever been in the club and seen an ugly girl? But like, God damn, that might be my soul, man.
Let me go knock her down.
No, it don't happen like that.
Have you ever fucked an ugly chick with a big booty?
I'm sure. I mean, but she wasn't my soulmate though.
But you figured it out though. You at least had a time to figure out if she was or wasn't.
You're not gonna spend the rest of your life with somebody. It just.
But you figured it out. That's the point. Like, why are we not allowing ourselves to figure it out with ugly? Do you think you should? I think you should. Why not?
So here's the thing. So I've tried it.
She wouldn't do it.
I tried it.
Okay.
No, I tried it. And it doesn't work.
Because
at the end of the day, I'm not going to do that. But at the end of the day,
who's the ugly one?
You can't.
You said you tried. I was just asking. This is a question.
She's telling his story.
Oh, so it's him. Okay.
It's his story.
Okay. I was just asking.
I've tried it.
He couldn't do it.
And it didn't work because at the end of the day, I'm not like, oh, I don't really want to hold your hand. No, I don't want to kiss.
That's horrible. Was he that bad?
There was no it wasn't so much that he was that bad. It just I was not physically attracted
That's
to
what
him.
my point is. Like, how do
would y'all
that goes hand in hand with it? Like,
right? No, I agree with you, KK. What I'm saying
why not try it?
Why try it?
Because it could be someone that could be the exact perfect. Because of course, no one's perfect for you. But what if that person is 99% perfect for you? The only thing that 1% is they're just ugly as shit.
That's a big ass percentage point.
So you rather take a 50%er that's beautiful than a 99 that's ugly?
An asshole at 50% than an ugly motherfucker at 1%. I don't want that.
You don't want that?
How do you explain going somewhere like that?
Why are you worried about how to explain your relationship with somebody as long as it's good with you and that person?
Man, stop it.
That's a good answer, right? That was
that was a good answer, but it's fake. That's a very fake answer.
I mean,
what I don't understand is why people even. I get the message. I get the point. You might find someone that could be your soulmate, whatever. But here's the thing: if someone dates you or whatever because they're giving you a try, giving you a chance, because you're not their type, but they're like, you know what, this might be my soulmate. It might work. And then they start going out with each other, and then after a while, it doesn't work. Now you pissed off because you done took her out on 500 dates. And now she don't want your ass.
Wasted your time on Precious.
It's a 50, right? Hey. It's a 50-50, fellas.
Goddamn.
My message is, fellas, if you get into somebody's inbox and she decides that she does not want to date you or she doesn't email you back and say hello, leave it alone. Move on.
What if he's
don't keep going back and forth?
But you understand, this nigga's been ugly his whole life, so he's heard it before. And maybe he's had a good relationship proving somebody, like, that I know I'm probably a little gremlin to you. But I'm going to treat you good. I'm going to be nice to you. Just give me a chance.
But he has to because he's ugly.
And maybe it's worked for him before. So he just wants that opportunity to be like, hey, let me make it work for you.
I mean,
ugly niggas date too. You think ugly niggas out there just jacking off all goddamn day?
No, they date. I got comments right here saying that they've dated ugly people.
Yeah, ugly niggas date like a motherfucker. And it just, So
hold on.
So what are they saying? They're dating ugly. What are they saying? Who dated an ugly nigga? And if it's anybody that I've ever dated in the past, I'm fucking deleting you right now.
What?
Ashley said she's tried it.
Okay.
She said that they had been friends for a long time. He grew on her, and then
like a mole.
It happens,
and it does.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Y'all are saying I said that, right? Mm-hmm. You knew him for a long time. I'm not talking about that shit. Y'all talking about a regular person on Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
That's what I'm talking
about. And the motherfucker
about.
ugly. Yeah. There's no way you're gonna say, "Oh, that might be my soulmate." Never.
I've tried it before. I've done it. I find something.
You jumped in a ugly girl like, hey, what do y'all say? Hey, big head, whatever y'all say, and you hook, line, and sinker. You were like, that might be it.
I mean, just open the conversation. Like that's the thing.
What do you respond?
No, so listen. This is
hey, beautiful.
No.
With the little emoji like this. Hey, beautiful.
That's hilarious.
How does that get your attention?
So this is the thing. This is the thing what Didi saying. Like, at least have a conversation with me. Even though I'm unattractive to you at this point when I first DM'd you, just at least have a conversation with me and see where it goes. Because throughout the conversation, you may be like, oh, you're actually kind of funny or
what
cute.
I'm saying
or whatever.
is, what I'm saying is...
That's what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, men, if the chick doesn't message you back, doesn't answer your messages, and you keep going back and forth with her, talking to yourself in her inbox,
yes,
and it's probably because she went to your profile.
So why?
Hold on. No. Let me finish. She probably went to your profile, and now you on a rant talking about why you don't want to give me a chance. Like, just move on to the next.
So do you ladies not go through the profile before you accept it?
No. You bring up another good question, okay? So with the ladies, like, it'd be cool. Like, in all honesty, it'd be cool. Like, I've talked to ugly people, just have conversations with them, and maybe it goes somewhere, maybe it doesn't. Oh man, you're actually funny. But I ask this now.
I got Comedy Central at home. I don't need to laugh. Shit.
but ask this. So why don't y'all respond to these people? Because I know a lot of women that do that.
I just said it.
No, but why don't you? It's like, hey, I'm not, like you said sometimes or whatever, hey, sir, I'm not interested, you're ugly, or hey, I have a boyfriend. Because there's a lot of times, there's a lot of times that women just will leave messages on red and won't ever read them. And
because they probably looked at your profile.
Why don't you communicate that with somebody?
How the hell do you respond, you ugly?
Just say I'm not interested.
No, let me answer this real quick.
But why even say anything if you don't even know them?
Why accept it?
Why not? But you say something as
what you got?
What do you mean accepted? It
Go.
just showed up in my inbox.
So people don't know how to take rejection.
Right.
Let it be male or female.
True.
So if somebody sends me a message and I'm not interested and I even respond just the slightest, it gives them some sort of light like, ooh, I got
There's
a chance.
hope.
There's no chance.
And they will keep going back and forth with you.
And I will tell you, I'm not interested. You're not my type. Leave me the hell alone. And y'all still just keep being persistent.
So I have a question. So when you tell them that you're not interested and they're not your type, how would you know that if you've never had a conversation, if you're judging it based off of strictly a picture?
Because for me, I know what the hell I like. I know if I look at you and
you know how shallow that is, all right?
So what?
No, but it is shallow. It is.
Men do it all the time.
But just because men, it doesn't mean that men aren't being shallow. But it is shallow by definition.
I'm just saying.
What's shallow about it?
What's shallow about having a preference? What's shallow about me being attracted to what I'm attracted to?
Okay, it's not shallow. My fault.
Well, you're attracted to what you're attracted to, right? What are you not attracted to?
But
whatever it is you're not attracted to, then now you're shallow.
No, it's just about like it's just about like I've talked to people that I've not been interested in, but I've still talked to them.
Where they at now?
Well, just because I'm talking to you doesn't mean we're fucking and going on dates.
But did they constantly hit you back? The point of this whole conversation, and it goes back to what Bree was saying. The minute you open the window for someone to start a conversation, they don't freaking stop. Then you got somebody inboxing you every morning, good morning, or hello, beautiful. And then that's a whole nother topic, because then it don't ever go nowhere after that. Because they didn't want shit.
Damn, she responded.
Yeah, and that's it.
What you doing?
So when you
how's your day?
So when you sit there and tell a dude like, hey, I'm not interested, I want nothing to do with you, they're still hitting you back, being like, hey, what's up, beautiful? Can I take you out anyway?
Yes.
Really?
You can tell a man that you're in a relationship, you married,
and they still gonna be like, hey, that's even better.
And it goes that deep.
Yes. It's annoying.
Cause
y'all be in that shit too, though.
No, y'all really do. But like it's
not me.
So I guess men should understand no means no.
People in general should understand.
Yeah.
So people in general,
no.
If women are doing it, then they should understand that if you're not.
Y'all way off topic though. The topic is about looks.
No, that's not my topic.
You said an ugly person can be your soulmate. That's looks.
I didn't say that. I said at the beginning of this.
Read the paper, man. What your notes just say?
That's what it said.
That's what he named this topic.
On the
but
text
that's
message,
not,
it said that too.
What's the
We're good.
topic
We're good.
to your story?
No. I get. No, you're right. You're right. I get it.
We're talking about soulmates, right?
No, he renamed my topic.
But you was talking about soulmates, right?
No, Facebook. People on social media is talking about
you all
soulmates.
over the place.
This motherfucker is retarded. You specifically said that this topic was about.
I'm gonna let y'all go with it.
Yes.
Soulmates, right?
No, I said this topic is about people saying that you should give people a chance whom you are unattracted to.
Because
they could potentially be your soulmate. It's not about a soulmate. Mine is more so like, I'm going to look at your profile. Why am I going to date someone I'm not attracted to?
But I get it. But
why?
But that's shallow.
I don't give a fuck.
That's cool. Don't care.
Because I've already done it before and it doesn't work. And then the dudes get pissed off when you don't want to freaking hold their hands after
one of y'all niggas got in Didi's inbox and got her really pissed off. And she's thinking about that moment that y'all kept on inboxing.
Well, I mean, it's more than one. It's more than one.
Oh, yeah.
It's more than
Baller.
one.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying it's
Talk
more
that
than
shit, Didi.
No, it's more than one, and it's like, why am I wrong for not wanting to entertain someone that I'm not attracted to?
Who said you're wrong? I just said it was shallow.
You said I'm shallow.
But that's what that's being.
That's not shallow if you don't want to give somebody you're not attracted to your time. That's just life.
I've been shallow,
and so that's my point. I don't think it's shallow, and I think everybody has a preference, and they can date whoever they want to. And guys who get on social media bitching and crying about women saying you shouldn't go by my picture. You shouldn't go look at my pictures. You need to get to know me first. I don't know you. I don't like what you look like. I'm not going to date you. Because y'all don't hear me when I'm talking, because y'all keep talking to each other while I'm talking.
I just don't agree. That's all.
You don't have to.
It don't sound right.
I don't think that you don't agree, because I know that you are shallow as well.
I've never said I wasn't shallow. I don't think being shallow is a negative thing. You're mad because I said you're shallow, but
Oh, I'm not mad. Why I gotta be mad?
well, you went up octaves because I said you're shallow
You are a little hostile.
for no fucking reason.
Because y'all are not hearing what
No,
I'm saying.
Didi,
So I
we
think
are
we
hearing
hear
you.
exactly what you're saying. I just
We
don't
hear
fucking
you.
agree with you.
Oh, I didn't know you didn't agree.
I simply said
I
I,
thought
don't
you
agree
and
with you.
KK agreed.
KK actually agrees with you 100%.
I know. That's
She
what I'm
don't-
saying.
she don't
I
get it.
thought that both of y'all. I thought that both of you.
Hey, don't talk
agreed.
to me like I'm slow, man.
You are.
don't do that shit.
But you are. You went to Madison.
Nah, you the one that said I'm not talking about soulmates.
Wait. We all went to Madison over here. Hold up.
Well, KK was in
went
special
to
ed
Madison?
classes.
I never was.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she's talking about
Proper,
y'all three.
proper light skin.
Yeah.
Did not go to Madison.
Proper, a little light bright. But anyway,
Ashley says, "Fuck a pic. Show me the bank account."
What if that's ugly too?
that's shallow.
What if that motherfucker ugly? Shit.
Negative 3 cents.
That's shallow too. But I mean,
That's shallow.
That's very shallow. Hey, there's nothing wrong with being shallow. Like you said, it's just preferences and standards. So I mean, it's cool. But I mean, I've engaged conversation with someone that was unattractive, and they've been a really good friend to me. You know what I mean? And you know, it didn't work out in the relationship, but it's somebody in my life that I fuck with. You know what I mean? As a person, and I've probably been an ugly nigga to somebody. And got
Everybody
through.
ugly to somebody
Exactly.
else. But that
And so I mean, it doesn't mean I'm a bad person because I'm, you know, it starts somewhere, you know. And like you said, if I've known you for a long time,
that's different.
No, but listen, it can build to that, you know, just by that one conversation. So day one, I don't know you for a long time, but after 3 years, you realize I'm funny, I'm cool, you realize I'm responsible, mature. Then it can go from that bullshit to something, and like 3 years later, you're something with them. So it all starts somewhere. So I guess that's what guys are saying. Like, just give me a chance to communicate with you and see where it goes from there. Women don't want to take
Nigga,
that
move
chance.
on. Shit, if she don't answer, you move on. It's a
I
million.
agree.
That's
I
my
agree.
point.
300 billion people on Facebook. What are you doing?
I agree.
Find somebody that.
I agree with that 100%.
And that is my entire point.
Yeah.
Just move on. It's not that serious to have to go back and forth in an inbox talking to yourself and then start ranting on Facebook about give me a chance.
But with that also being said, like, women should be. I get what Brianna said. Women have been communicative. Is that a word?
I don't know. It's there.
Is that a word?
Women talk a lot.
Women have. I think that is a word. Me and T.I. was chatting. Yeah. So women have been communicative. I can't even say no more. And have said, you know, I'm not interested in you. I'm not interested in you. And men, women, people in general don't take that rejection too well, and they are like, give me a chance, blase, blase. So again, people that are being rejected take the rejection as whatever, and people communicate the rejection at least. I at least prefer people to be like, I'm not interested. Like, don't leave me on red. I hate being left on red.
But you know what? A lot of times women don't want to send that rejection
Well, just be honest.
email because we have to do it so much. Then before you know it, you got to reject everybody, and now you're in. Then
So
it
niggas just trying to fuck y'all like that off.
Would-
Well, no,
When
I'm
we
not
send-
saying it's annoying
It's a
when
joke.
you tell
It's a joke.
somebody no and they keep going, and you know that you're afraid to even open that box for communication. You're afraid to do that. I know I am. Sometimes I get and I'm like, and then if I delete it and just don't open it at all, don't even read it, just delete it, then the next day I get another message. Then the next day I get another message. So I'm
When
not
your
even
little
reading.
face pop up next to the message, he saw it. Like, she looking.
She looking.
She looking.
Again,
And
But
she not
again,
saying
again,
nothing.
the whole point, it was just, guys, just move on. There's a million of, whether they communicate to you and tell you that they're not interested or whatever, or maybe if you're one of those people like Damien where you just want to be told that, you know, hey, let me know if you're not interested. Then if you're going to
I'll
inbox
prefer
somebody, say,
Really?
hey, I've messaged you good morning for the last 3 weeks and you have not responded. Could you please let me know if you're interested or not?
I'm also not going to be the guy that messages you every day trying to get your attention after you don't. After
Good
you
morning,
don't.
beautiful. Hello.
Yeah.
Day 8. Bitch, I'm here.
Yeah.
Say,
I'm
do
not-
you not see me?
I'm also not that nigga. But if I hit you up once or twice and like, yeah, I hit you up once and I'm gonna hit you up like a month later if I see you on. And after that, I'll be like, all right, that's cool. I won't text, all right, that's cool. I'll be like, you know, I get the picture.
Well,
but
that's
you know,
normal.
but again, I mean,
That ain't
I would
happening.
also appreciate if someone would be like, hey, and I see your messages. I don't want to start nothing. I'm involved in the situation.
But you do realize
whatever.
that when women say that, it's still, it like Bree stated, that when the minute you open up that line of communication, it will continue to go back and forth. Well, I don't care.
No,
you know,
I get
what's
it.
Up. So
I get
a
it.
lot
Women
of
do
times,
that to us too. But again, I'm just saying, at least I did my part. All I can do is do my part and be honest with you.
Yeah.
But so you also had another question. God, that one got weird for a second. Like that was weird. You said what? Toys and sex. So you said.
Bree.
But that was Brandon's question about toys. So you're saying that. What was that question about? If a man feels everything is great, or a woman, say it. I'm about to fuck it up.
Yes, you are. So you want to buy toys and use toys because you're not fully satisfied with your partner.
Okay.
Do you still stay if that's the only downfall is that you're not completely satisfied with sex?
So the same thing is like if everything is getting the motherfuckers ugly, do you stay? No. So with this conversation, I guess I would assume that y'all woman wouldn't stay if everything was good, except everything was good, but the sex was whack. What are y'all doing in this situation?
For me, if I'm in this situation, I'm gonna try to train him up first. You know, you train him in the way that you would like for them to go. I would try to, see if he, do some new stuff. If that way we can, work on it and maybe.
What's new stuff though? Like what new stuff?
I mean, it depends on whatever's going on in the bedroom with me and whoever it is. So if I don't know,
The sex sucks. Everything sucks sexually. We don't know what sucks with them because we've never fucked them. But just assume everything in the bedroom sucks.
Okay, so if he can't kiss, I'm gonna say, all right, we're gonna practice kissing tonight. Get naked and let's kiss. Then. But
that sounds very
a person that can't
aggressive.
kiss is the worst, though. Man.
I think that's the worst.
We're gonna start there, though.
Bruh.
But if he can't, then we're gonna work on that. If everything is great, and that's the only thing that I will work with somebody until I just can't. And if I just can't,
if
I really don't.
Everything is good though. 100% bank account.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to work with this person. I'm gonna give everything I can, 100%, to get him where he needs to be.
Never happens. What do you?
But the thing is, though, is. I don't know that I would. Are they married? I don't know if I would marry someone. I mean, you would know before you walk. I mean, unless I don't know. I'm gonna know before it gets to the point where I'm afraid to. I'm just gonna know beforehand. I'm gonna figure that shit out.
What'd you do, KK?
This is a topic for men.
I mean, if the girl just lays and has, I mean, okay. Do women have bad sex?
I'm sure they do.
But have you ever fucked a woman that was just horrible in bed?
Yeah.
So what do you mean you sure they do?
I mean, look, long time ago.
long.
Oh shit! Like, man, you don't want to be with.
So
I mean, I'm sure.
Well, just change roles.
I wouldn't marry a woman. I mean, that just lay there on her back and then that's it. Don't get no head. Don't do it. No, it's not happening.
I wouldn't marry a woman that doesn't play her own pussy personally. I think that's cool as shit.
But so
that's like basic.
No,
I know women that won't do that. I know women
that won't play with her pussy
with their own pussy. Like I know women that won't do that. I think it's gross. I've met women that.
How is it gross if it's yours though? I would have another issue with her.
Not in front of a guy. Like it's like that's something you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's
You know what I mean? Like really? You touch it right there while I'm.
Okay, so you're with a woman. Everything is good except the sex.
That was random.
Her bank account is.
You had me at hello. When you said you had me at bank account.
So let's just flip it to answer the question because it's getting late.
She's 65.
You had me at bank account.
So yes, he would. If
you would stay.
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
To that money, to that well run dry.
Both
of them. Both of them run dry. Now if they both dry, nah.
I got to go.
I got to get the hell up out of there. All right, I'm gonna fuck with you.
I would. I don't know. I mean, it just again. I would cheat though, and that's my thing. Like I would cheat. I'm not gonna lie. I would cheat.
Mm-hmm. I believe that. I think most men do that.
Yeah,
Gary said he'd cheat too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would
cheat when he's single.
I don't even care.
I wouldn't want to, but I mean, if it's a situation where like I'm with you and I'm satisfied with everything, and the sex is just that fucking bad, I mean, niggas have cheated for less. You know what I mean? So I mean, in that situation, you know, I would talk to her about it, and I'd be like, "You ever thought about bringing somebody else in this situation?" And I'd try to be as polite as I possibly could. But if she just openly said, "No, that's not what I want to do," and like, I love you, I care about you, but you know, I gotta get my rocks off somehow. Fucking your friend.
Why I gotta be a friend?
It doesn't. It was just for conversation.
Oh,
piece.
okay.
But I am fucking somebody else. Not too close from home. And that's just being women have done that shit too. Women have been with niggas with little penises or just can't fuck or stroke or whatever, and y'all been screwing their brothers and stuff. So let's not act like it doesn't go both ways. So I mean, you know, I've seen many pornos that is a scenario, and it must be a scenario because it's something popular to the masses. No, not at all. No. So you have never cheated on someone that's close friends? No. Okay, whatever.
No,
I haven't.
That's only you.
I never.
That's the kind of shit get you killed.
No, I've never fucked with someone who had a close. I have fucked with a married woman before, and I would never do that situation ever again.
Why is that?
If he'd have walked in and killed me, I couldn't even be mad at him. I was doing some dirty shit to that nigga's wife.
Nigga, you was in their house?
No, nigga, I was doing some dirty shit to
In
this
their
nigga.
house? I
was young.
That's a no-no, boy.
Nah, I was doing something.
Never that.
Man, if I told you some of the stories that I had for you, man, like you'd be like if that nigga got me, I wouldn't even trip. Are breaks real? And do they actually work? How do you feel about that?
What's a break?
Those things when you are allowed to fuck somebody else in the middle of a relationship and your spouse or significant other can't get
That's
mad
not
at.
a break. That's a motherfucking you
That's
done.
a break.
Is that a breakup or is that a divorce?
Just a
Is
break
that
from a relationship. Then how white folks say, well, I'm going on break. And they go on break and they...
You might well leave for good because I don't want you back if you go fuck somebody else.
Well, they don't tell you they fuck somebody else.
I mean, I ain't stupid.
Normally during breaks, you're allowed
So
to
it's
do...
a separation.
No.
What?
Break. Whatever you want to call it, what do you call it? But the word is break. Call it a separation. Call it a meeting amongst, not with each other. Call it a time apart. Call it whatever you want, Didi. Separation, break. It is what it is.
So it's a couple who's together and they're...
Have you never heard of people go on breaks before? Like you're acting like, this is all
They
easy.
just say that when they had babies on the sideline. We was on break. Nah.
Well, yeah, so but that's one of the things, I've heard it before, but I've never understood it before because I've never been in a relationship where I went on a break. I've never said, okay, break. So
she said,
yeah,
they just left the huddle. Break.
So I do need a little bit more explanation on that. So is it a break? Because is it a breakup or we're just going to take some time apart? Is that what that is?
Just a break, whatever the reason it is for whatever. It's just a random conversation. Like, do I think breaks are real? I don't think breaks are real because I mean. You don't really go on breaks. If it's working, it's working. If it's not, it's not. I also don't think you should date your ex. So once you break, like that's it. We're done. Like I'm not going back to my ex because the same shit that I left you for is gonna be the same shit you're doing again. It's just that when we got back together from our break, it's like, you're trying your hardest to not do that other shit. But eventually, you're gonna be back on that bullshit. I'm gonna be back on my bullshit. We're gonna be back in arguments. So I don't think breaks are good. I don't want to take a break. We're gonna make it work or we're not. And do I think they work? I don't think they work. I just think it's an excuse that people do to go out and just fuck somebody else or do whatever they want to do, if that makes any sense. But I know a lot of people that have been on breaks. I know a lot of motherfuckers that have been on breaks.
And went back?
Yeah. That's I
can't do that.
I can't do it either.
Nah.
I know a lot of people.
If I'm with you and we break,
that's it.
I ain't coming back.
Yeah, that's it, right?
Done.
So a break wouldn't work for you.
No,
it wouldn't work.
So
for you.
I guess the way I'm processing it is like if it's a break, then we're broken up.
That's what a break is.
Yeah.
You break and it's a break.
Put that up on that motherfucker when you're dealing with me.
To me, the way I would process it is, I guess I'm listening to y'all. I can answer my own question. It's a breakup. So if we're breaking up, then
You've been on a break. The last guy you did, you're on break and y'all got back together. That's the break. Y'all took a break to figure shit out and y'all got back together.
I broke up with his ass.
And y'all.
Because to me, when you take a break, so the way I'm processing is like, okay, say for you're at work, you take a 15-minute break and then you come back. But a break up is more like we separating.
No, a break is separating with the intent to come back.
Right. So a breakup for me, okay, that's the answer. With the intent to come back. Gotcha. But I don't do that shit. What do we need a break for?
To figure shit out and maybe hopefully we can reconcile and get back together. No, y'all don't do breaks.
So I don't think that would work because
sense.
a lot of times, But a lot
All
of
right,
times,
I'm done playing in her pussy, baby. Can I come back?
Come back home.
Like, it's stupid. Like,
Man, working
Well,
yourself, maybe some insecurities.
But that's how you hear about those break babies.
you do that shit at home.
No,
You do
I
that
mean,
shit at the crib.
I've heard it a lot with younger relationships and white folks. No offense, I've heard a lot in those kind of situations.
Well, celebrities too.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that shit. But I know for me, like I said, I couldn't do it. If we break, I don't know.
But how do you break in a marriage?
Separate. It's called separate. You separate, and then
It's whatever you want to call it.
You got to sign them papers, man.
Break, separation, whatever.
I'm
It's
not-
whatever you want to call it. Right?
No,
Yeah.
it is. But for marriage is an actual term. It's actually you're separating from that person, and then sometimes they get back together. They don't
But
get
isn't
divorced.
a break with the intent to get back together though?
That's what a separation's for. Sometimes with intent to figure shit out. You don't actually get a divorce because that means you're done completely. You just separate from that person. And sometimes they see each other, other people. Sometimes they separate until the kids are of age. Sometimes they just separate, which means you can legally date other people, but you separate because financially your business is better to be joint. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. But I don't know.
So hold on. Terry says, if you can't figure it out together, then give up.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. If that. Yeah. I think breaks are stupid. That's my take on it. After this, breaks are dumb.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make it worse.
I agree.
It is.
I think a break will make it worse because you're going to step out
What
and
was
you're going to
that?
do stuff, and then you're going to come back and you're going to want to talk about your break. So, babe, what did you do on your break?
Normally, we ain't talking what the fuck happened. If we
Nothing.
If we decide to break,
I just watch some football.
Whatever happens on that break stays on that break.
I was in Vegas. We ain't talking about that shit. If we decide to go on break, if you convince me to go on break, don't ask a motherfucking thing about what
I don't
happened
think
on
a
that
break is a good idea.
What you laughing at?
Break
Boy
babies
said?
happen.
Andrea says, only married break I'm going for is I'm sleeping in the other room because you pissed me off.
That's it. Yeah, we'll figure that shit out. If you leave, nigga, don't come back. Leave the key. Your clothes be outside waiting for you.
I agree with that one.
New generation. This is a good one. Who said this? You, Brianna? The new generation dating versus old generation?
Someone gave it to us.
Someone gave it to us. So the new generation, the new generation of us value relationships differently than the older generation. KK, thoughts?
Man, I think that's like the dumbest question.
I think it's very dumb too. I think it's very
If you think your grandpa wasn't out here fucking around,
thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Your grandpa was at juke joints, what they call juke joints, whatever. They was on females. It just wasn't Facebook and shit around, and they homeboys wasn't gossiping and telling, oh, we was at the bar. I mean, it was, you can't do shit now.
That's how they sound.
They wasn't texting about it or nothing.
I'm pretty sure my grandpa was cheating on my grandma. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta think about it because when grandpa
And
left,
it could have been the other way around, too.
It could have been. When grandpa left back in the day, or when grandma left and they left, nigga, they didn't talk again until 9 o'clock at night. They didn't have cell phones, a text, or update. Nigga, when he left, he was gone. No GPS. When she left, when she was at the house alone, nigga, she was at the house alone. When she called you at work, like, I'm just making sure you at work, bitch. What you doing? Why you calling, checking in on me? You know something's going on. So, I mean, it was different back then. So, I don't think relationships are valued any more now than it was back then. I think relationships were shitty back then just like they're shitty now.
I got an aunt that's the same age as my dad, but my grandma ain't her mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's been happening.
It's
you
been
know what I'm saying?
happening.
This shit's been happening forever.
We can talk about our 12 aunties and uncles, Brand. I mean, like, let's be honest. The relationships are no fucking different now than they were back then.
I don't think they're any different. I think it's just more in your face now. I think back then, people, when they did their dirt, they tried to kind of cover it up.
Grandmama knew she was taking care of somebody else's kids.
Yeah.
Grandma knew who the fuck her husband was fucking with.
Grandma was at home. And I'll be back.
I didn't say that they didn't know. It's just not as in your face now. Like now you have.
It's not in your face now?
No, it's not. Back then, they didn't have Facebook. Okay,
They knew though.
They didn't have. Yeah, grandma probably knew what was going on,
whole
but it
town
wasn't
knew.
broadcasted.
The whole time, everyone knew.
The whole town knew.
Your husband is a neighbor, is a drunk, and he's over the fucking bitch and fucking that bitch. Nigga, they talk. What are you talking about?
Well, I think they talked, but I don't think
Talking
that it
means
was.
they knew. No, they knew.
Huh?
They knew.
Okay. Well, then
Trust me, they
I mean, the
So
streets
then why?
talk. They had nothing else to do
then-
back then. They didn't have Facebook.
Okay, so then let me ask this question. So why is this a topic? Why does this
That's
topic
what-
even come up then?
I've heard it before, and I'm like, how do you think our grandparents weren't doing this?
Because people think, just like people say racism is worse now than it was then. It wasn't worse. It's just being televised more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. People think, oh, well, people have lost value of relationships
then
because
that's
of
kinda like what I'm
internet
saying.
and social media and blah, blah, blah. But really, it happened back then. It happened a lot back then. The only difference is that you couldn't go to your phone and check a porn site, or you couldn't go on your phone and swipe left and right. Back then, you just fucking the secretary at work. You weren't fucking a girl that lived 2 towns away that you'd have never met before. You know what I mean? So it happened. Like I say, you know, Grandpa was out there digging the world down.
Yeah.
The milkman was not just dropping off milk. Like it's conversations and jokes that have been forever. What'd she say? Who say? Was it Gary again?
What this motherfucker
What did
say?
Gary say?
He said, women back then said men took care of both homes. These niggas
They
can't
did.
even take care of their car payments.
He's right though. Like,
And you know what? That's what makes it. Thank you, Gary. That's what makes it different, though. That's what makes a difference. Is because those men were actually taking care of their families, whereas now the cheaters are not taking care of all the families that they create.
oh, so cheating was cool as long as you taking care of your family?
Yep.
This motherfucker.
And that's why the women took care of that other baby, because they knew that you gonna pay these bills. Go on over there to Miss Barbara's house, because you paying the bills over here too and over there. Take your own ass.
The crazy thing is, man, back in the day, people had kids on the same street, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you had your kids in your baby. 3
wife-
houses down, you had a baby. You know what I'm
And
saying?
wife
Like,
knew too.
why he look like you? I don't know why that was like
Well, they all knew. If the neighborhood knew, then they all knew.
Everyone knew. I mean, because the thing about it back then, you have to understand. And I wasn't born back then, but just from conversations you hear about shit.
Thought you were.
No, I mean, you know what I mean? Because, Brandon, like I said, we could talk about, you know, we can have these conversations in our household. Like, they didn't have internet. They didn't have cable. All they did back then was sit out on the porch and talk and gossip. And we saw somebody rolling into that house. Like, that's all they did. They had nothing to do. So it wasn't like a secret. You know what I mean? And actually, you know, there's secrets that we don't know about yet that we have questions about. But they knew.
Say it was it T.O.?
They knew. Who?
Everything was Terrell Owens. There was like a little documentary.
Uh-huh.
This dude was 10 years old when he found out his daddy lived across the street from him.
Yeah, it was Terrell
It
Owens.
was T.O., wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, bro, this shit crazy, man. Like, it
And had a whole family over there.
across the street.
A whole family over there. That's
Open
your
up the
daddy.
door and them your brothers and sisters over there.
Don't even know.
Didn't even know it, man. 10 years.
How many times have you seen situations, again, with our family, you go to funerals, and all of a sudden you meeting brothers that you never knew you had, or aunts and uncles, like, that's our family? Like, yeah, that's your brother. You didn't know, like, I didn't know how my daddy had a whole other family over there. Like this isn't like a new thing because of social media. Like, this is just.
And family reunions and all of that.
So who is that? That's your cousin. How is that my cousin?
Yeah.
That's your brother? From who?
Don't worry about it. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that later.
Mama, you didn't have that kid. How's that my brother? You know what I mean? Hey, I'm Brother Joe. Who the fuck is you?
Joe.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing when people talk about it, as you said, KK, it's a conversation everyone thinks. Everyone thinks that shit is new. Everyone thinks that shit that's happening now has never happened before.
That shit been happening.
Everything that can happen and will happen in this world has happened already. This is just recycling of shit. Just your generation is just now experiencing this shit. This shit ain't new. It's the same shit, different smell. Is marriage dying out? Statistically, is marriage dying out? Brandon, what do you think? Isn't the numbers of marriage declining, or statistically, or
I haven't looked it up.
I don't think so.
you think marriages are still? You know what I've heard, which is a pretty cool stat. They say that, you know, black people, once they're married. Like, they don't have they're the one, they'll stay in relationships and marriages for longer periods of time statistically than other races.
No, I haven't heard that.
They also said black fathers are more involved with their kids than any other race as well. That's the actual statistic out there. I'll have to post it on the page. you know, they say black fathers that are in the household with their kids, they're more involved with their child and the upbringing of their kids than most other races. I posted on my Facebook several times and had conversations with that about. You never heard it? Look at it. It's pretty cool.
But he has to be in the house.
I mean, you can't take care of your kid, but yes, he has to be in the, not necessarily in the house, just involved. If they have a relationship, you know, because they don't judge it if you're not, but they're involved. Not just being a dad that's there every day, comes home from work every day, but I mean involvement when it comes to practices, little leagues,
So they're
playing games.
So the statistic is not that they're in the house; they're just
involved with their child.
Okay. When
And
you said in the
activities.
house, I was like,
Yeah,
that's
no,
why I asked.
No, like in activities, like KK, he's always at events with his daughter, taking her to practice, involved in practice, probably out there doing tumbles and flips with her and shit.
Nah.
I don't think people are. I don't think marriage is dead. I still see people getting married.
I see
I still see it.
I see it trending a lot.
I
People
still see it.
want marriages. That's not the end all be all of a relationship, but people are still aspiring. What's the
They
word
may
I'm
be
looking for?
miserable a year later.
They're still
A year?
Yes. You see
After
that
a year, they divorce.
They post that shit on Facebook.
Yeah, after a year they divorced. But I think marriage is still a thing.
But I mean,
It is. It's just hard.
Do you want to get married, Didi? You ever been married?
nope.
Do you want to get married? That's something
Yeah,
that you
I
look.
do.
You're open to it.
No, I do. Yeah, I'm open to it. I want to get
So
married.
you want to. That's a goal for you.
It is a goal for me.
Didi KK?
Ugh.
Well, you are married. Brianna, do you want to get married?
I'm open to getting married. The reason I say that is, for me, I haven't seen a lot of successful marriages. So for me, it's not something like, oh, I want to go get married.
Right, and that's
But I'm
why.
open to it.
Yeah.
How many unsuccessful marriages, if you had to put a number, do you see like 50% of marriages you see are unsuccessful, or is it like all of them except 2?
So I have another question to that. Are you saying in general as far as like a first marriage? Because I do see some people that have gotten married the first time, it didn't work out, and they
Go to
Figure
the
that out.
second one and it works.
Right.
And it's like,
Just period in general. So the
Yeah.
first one would be it didn't work, second one would be it worked. So that'd be 50-50. That'd be, they cancel each other out.
I wouldn't say it's 50-50.
What do you think is it tilted more towards people successful marriages or non-successful marriages?
Non-successful marriages.
I see a lot of non-successful relationships. I see a lot.
A marriage is a relationship.
No, but I mean not just marriages. I mean just relationships. Period. I see a lot of motherfuckers that are maintaining bad situations,
and they get married.
and they are even get married in a bad relationship, get married, thinking the marriage is going to make it better. I
Well,
see
sometimes
people-
that's the goal. Like it's somebody's goal in that bad relationship to get married, so they're rushing to the altar. Is what I think. For me, I'm not desperate for marriage. Do I want to get married? Yes, but I am not going to marry someone if we're just dating or in a relationship and I already have red flags or we already having issues or whatever. I'm not going to run down the aisle with that person.
I think men and women probably get married for different reasons.
And I think so too.
I think from what I've heard, you could correct me if I'm wrong, women get married for more security, more for just security. Men get married for the simple fact of like, all right, bitch, fine, let's get married. Just so surrender.
I don't know.
type
You've
deal.
got so many independent women out there now.
They're not
so-
getting married though, right?
A lot of times they're not getting married for that reason.
For that reason, okay.
For that reason. So I don't know. I don't want to. I can't really agree that women are getting married for stability. It's not. That may have been like years ago, like many years ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got so many business women, educated women, women with whatever, doing their own thing, to where I don't think that's really it. I think women want to be married because they, it's a fairy tale. You want to have a husband, you want somebody around the house. Ultimately, that's going to be that.
And that's more security I was talking about, not necessarily financial security, but just knowing that I have somebody here. I come home to this. We have this schedule. Like my life is secured. I know where I'm at. I know who I'm coming home to. More of that type of security. Of course, financial is always a thing. But even if you're making that bag as a female, you don't want to be out there just bullshitting your money away in relationships where you don't have a secure life built. So it's like when you find someone that it makes a good business partner, like a woman. I'm in a situation, I'm dating, I'm making my bag, he makes his bag, we're secure. It makes sense. So they're getting married more of like a business transaction, women-wise, where guys are like,
I'm gonna leave you. Like, all right, baby, let's get married. Shit, I'm sorry. I'm done bullshitting. Let's do this, you know. And then it's like, okay, it's like, because I don't really think most guys just want to get married. I could be wrong. Why did you?
I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, most guys just don't want to get married. Like, it's just like she about to leave.
If you don't want to get married, why do you get married? Maybe that's another topic.
I mean,
I don't know. Like me and the nigga had this conversation. She like, why the fuck do you get married? Like, it seemed like it got worse. It was better before we had the papers.
If a guy can date you his whole life and never marry you, I mean, he will, and it would probably be a very good, decent relationship. Like, I don't think guys just ultimately, like, we don't care about spending all this money, getting all dressed up, buying rings, and doing all this bullshit. Y'all playing that shit. We'll show up. Like, guy, it's not. I mean, some guys like it. I'm pretty sure.
So you do it for us.
That's why we do a lot of shit in this world for y'all females. Like, there's a laundry list of shit we do for y'all.
Maybe I don't want to get married.
Get haircuts.
Get haircuts. Work.
Take a bath. Drive cars, nice cars, all that. All that's just for a female's attention.
Listen, if you can't take a bath on your own, we got a problem.
Hey,
don't just do that for me.
If I was in the house, I go a day or two without taking a shower.
Like water.
Where you get this on like water shit from?
What is it? You said it earlier.
I don't like being in the middle of the ocean. That don't mean I don't like taking showers, motherfucker.
How often are you in the middle of the ocean?
Never. That's why, because he doesn't like it. He just.
How do you know you don't like being in the middle?
You was in the E-wing when you was in school, nigga. I guarantee you had lunch at 9:00 in the morning. Holding hands, walking to class, walking to lunch.
You the one who said you didn't like water.
Christ.
Nothing against anyone that has ever had a 9:00 lunch. This is not an attack on you. This is directly.
So I have a question real quick. So Andrea says she cried a whole 2 days before she got married.
Because she was sad or she was happy? What kind of tears were those?
It was over.
She said no lie. She literally cried 2 days before she got married.
Like the whole 2 days?
The whole 2 days.
Andrea, can you tell us why the hell you cried for 48 hours? I just math on that.
She had to leave them niggas alone.
She couldn't pamper them chefs no more.
Well said.
Yeah, she had to get one skillet. Fuck. One pot, baby girl. One pot. I'm not interested. I mean, would I get married if I felt everything was right? I would. But it's not nothing that I strive for. I'm not like looking like that's not the end all be all of a relationship to me.
She said she was scared as hell.
I mean, shit.
Scared of what though?
Marriage is a commitment. That's a whole. That's a whole. I mean, you're married. It's a whole different ballgame.
Ain't nothing to be scared of though.
Some people are afraid of water, nigga.
Oh, okay.
That's nothing to be scared of. Afraid of. That's nothing to be afraid of. But just water. I mean. I got them for you, DD.
I hate black people, man.
I got them for you, DD. Don't worry about it. But nah. So I mean,
biracial girl.
Hey, I should have had that video played.
Biracial.
I'm gonna say he was on the popping. So
that nigga was sitting there froze one time.
Thought it was your phone. Nigga said, "Hold on, play." Nigga said, "Play" on that screen. He said. Hey, he was getting it too. You know what's so funny about that? And I'm gonna post this video. KK posted on his page, so go check it out. Somebody posted today. The thing about that biracial girl song, like after you make a song like that, right? And then after you post a video, right?
And you make the video down to him.
Somebody had to edit that video, right? And after they edited it, they looked at that video again.
It's a go.
And who was the team that said, "Hey, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be tight. We're gonna kill him with this." I want to know who that team, who that group of people that did that shit and gave that video a nod. I want to know that.
That was.
Did you see that biracial?
I couldn't watch the whole thing.
It was hilarious.
I had to. At the end, he had this little biracial girl at the end, and it like his two daughters. They were pulling her both ways, so they were pulling her one way. And the other white girl pulling her another way.
That shit was hilarious.
And he came in the middle and picked her up and gave her a hug. And they embraced each other. And he was like, my biracial girl. And the funny, I know black woman was pissed off in that video because he was talking about how biracial girls are so exotic and perfect.
Yeah.
As if a regular non-biracial girl is like this piece of shit. Oh man, I wonder what Black Twitter did to his ass. We gotta post that video. That shit was hilarious. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for joining the show.
These relationship topics can kind of get kind of heated, right? It's kind of crazy. Everyone has their differences. KK don't want to jump in water. Didi, I don't know.
Man,
Shit,
we
I'm
was talking
shallow.
about a
She don't
cruise,
like,
man.
She don't like ugly motherfuckers.
Quit saying that shit, man.
And
I said I can't swim from the middle of the ocean back to the dock. That's all I said. They don't say shit.
you should go on a cruise though.
Let's go.
Most boats
That's
don't.
why
Most
I'm
boats
not
don't
going.
sink. Most boats don't sink.
Some do.
If you're talking about the Titanic, they didn't fix that issue.
What about the one with the captain just jumped off and left everybody in the motherfucking water?
Didn't sink though.
Shit, it was headed there.
Then it just went somewhere that it wasn't supposed to go. But somebody figured it out. Technology is crazy right now.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm gonna book us a trip. We gonna
Cruises are dope.
I'm not going.
My only recommendation: if you go on a cruise, do not go with someone of the same sex. I said that because I went with Mike. Well, Brandon went with Marie. I went with Mike because he wanted for a trip for work. His wife couldn't go.
Some niggas in the same bed or something? What you mean don't go with a...
So you think cruise boats only have single beds?
No, I'm just saying, why would you say don't go with somebody of the same sex?
Because it's a very romantic experience. And you see everybody else holding hands and fucking, and you just over there just dapping your nigga up. Like, hey, she got a big ass, don't she? Dap that nigga up. Hey, you want some free drinks? You over there getting free drinks, getting fucked up with your homeboy, looking at bitches that you cannot touch because everybody else got somebody with.
So there's no single people on
There's
cruises?
a lot of single people on
Well,
cruises.
if
Don't
it's
let
a,
them
no, no,
Step your game up, man.
If it's a
'cause you
single
can hook up.
cruise,
Step your game up.
it wasn't a
A
single
lot of
cruise.
people hooking up on cruises.
It wasn't a single cruise we went on. It
The
was,
one he went on was a whole romantic love cruise.
It was what it was. It was one that he
They walked in
from,
with flower petals, rose petals on the stairs to get to the
It was
bus.
weird. It was weird. Let's just say it was weird. It was a cruise that my cousin won because he did good at his job. So I was his plus one. So everyone on that cruise was exclusive to his company. So everyone had a plus one. Guess who their plus ones are going to be? Somebody they're with, dating, or whatever. And it was just me and this
So
nigga.
it was just his company on the boat.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have made that one.
But why not? It was a free trip. We saw France, Paris,
But again,
Italy.
That's different because when you go on a regular cruise, when it's just a whole bunch of regular
It's
people, there's single people all over the place.
So we're going on a cruise trying to hook up, or are you trying to experience the world and travel and see new shit?
Why not do both?
I'm a
I
Christian.
could care less about what's in Paris.
Except that booty. Nigga trying to get them cheeks. What them cheeks look like in Paris? How you say wee? You're a freaking whore, KK.
Andrea says that he could have gone with one of the couples. You, Damien, you.
What could I have done? I've never had a threesome. Y'all women are selfish. Y'all don't want to share me. Share me, please. KK, you ever had a threesome? Didi, yeah.
What?
He said, huh?
Said yeah.
You ever had a threesome?
No.
Never.
No, I'm saying he said yeah.
Have you ever had a threesome?
No.
Never.
Nope.
Not two dudes ramming you or two girls and a dude? No, never.
Nope. Oh, honestly, no.
Brianna?
Honestly, nope.
Cousin, have you ever had a threesome?
Her answer is yes. If she's
I have
smiling.
family members that are watching the show right now.
That's a yes like a mother. That's very incriminating. Seriously, have you ever had a threesome? Hope it was two girls and a dude, not the other way around. Nia broke that shit to us that one day. She was like, relationship failed on that hoe.
I just think it's weird.
You never had a threesome?
Was that two dudes and one girl shit? That shit makes no sense to me.
You never had two dudes and one girl?
Never.
I've done that before. That's not really a threesome though.
What is that?
A train, nigga.
It's gross.
That's gross. Have you ever had a threesome, KK? Two girls and you.
Now, that would be nice.
But have you ever had?
I could asking me this shit, man.
So threesomes are a thing because we have someone that says that they have done it.
There was a report somehow in the news that said San Antonio has the highest rate of women wanting to have threesomes or people wanting to have threesomes in this city. Like that was like a statistic that came out saying that. I have no idea who took that statistic or why it was taken, but that was a thing. Who said that they had? Do you never want to have one?
No, it's not really. It doesn't really do anything for me. Like when I think about it, I don't get excited.
The wop goes dry.
You do dumb things when you're young.
Probably if I was younger.
Brandy
but
did this shit
now
last
I'm
month.
like,
Fuck you talking about?
No,
bro.
I'm celibate.
Oh, this nigga.
How much you selling?
How much?
$40. $40?
Bitch! Bitch!
I'll shoot you in your mother. Hey, for real, that's what I need. That should be my intro for real.
Hey, I'm gonna save it. We're gonna talk about threesomes and cake. I'm gonna shoot you in your motherfucking face. That's like a anyway. Never mind. So anyway, once again, let's do this again. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Socially Responsible Show. This has been real. Again, Didi, what do you got for us as we walk up out this piece?
Don't be mad if Sean ain't bugs you back or respond to your email.
That's a good one, guys.
Don't be mad. Move on. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Go get another one.
Not this one, though. They're my fish.
What you got, KK? This nigga stupid. KK,
Shut up.
What I got today?
Did you find that text message and Didi talking about her week change that she was trying to deny this whole time?
No, well,
Show her.
yeah.
Show her. I ain't gonna call it out, but show her because she on some bullshit right now. Didi, I told you, she be really kind of. Didi, you be. Watch, you gonna laugh. When you see this, you gonna laugh like a motherfucker. Watch. KK. What your message?
Fellas, y'all go see doctors, man. I know that's out the blue, but since I've been on this little colon shit, you know what I'm saying? Go.
That's not a topic.
Make a doctor's appointment, man. Just get some blood work there and see what's wrong with your ass. Cause there's something wrong with you.
Your ass, like literally.
No, not the colon. I'm just saying, just in general, go see a doctor, man. Yeah.
Just go see a doctor. Go get some blood work done. See where you at.
Yeah.
She started about to say donk. She said, oh, I mean done, not donk. It's true. Yeah. Black people, we're very predisposed. Predisposed, I think that's a word, to high cholesterol, high blood pressure. Things like that. So get yourself checked out, and that's very important. Yeah. Bree, what you got? This thing became Dr. MD real quick for us.
Andre, no, he hasn't gone yet. She was asking, have you gone? Have you went?
His mama cussed him out. What, Chicken is the name, right? Did I say it right?
Yeah, she called me.
His mama got into
she called me and said, this is when, why I want to call the dude to Chadwick passed away. She was like, that dude is the same age as you. I was like, we were just on the show talking about, oh, motherfucker, you gonna go get it. I was like, what? I was like, I'm not doing it. She was like, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, you taking your ass to the doctor, you making an appointment, and we're going to go. I was like, all right.
Y'all figure out y'all's date?
Nah.
Let me know when you figure out your date. I'll set mine the same time. We just go together. We make a document about it. A little video. We put it on Netflix.
Y'all still gonna hold hands?
I don't know if you'll hold.
I would never hold hands with another man while something is in my asshole.
Can I hold your back pocket?
You ain't even gonna be in there with me. What are you talking about?
I mean, just at least going. We be each other moral support.
I don't need support.
What is that belt loop on your pants? Can I hold your jean belt loop? I walk like that.
Hey, what you got, man, to end the show? Because this topic is a no for me.
What you got, Bree?
Damn, I don't even have nothing today. I'm
just
slipping.
Live, marry, be free.
Yeah, man.
No threesomes.
Know what you want.
Kiss girls, have threesomes.
There you go.
That's the truth. That's your truth. My message is just back to what we were talking about with the Black Lives Matter shit. I mean, if I can say anything to people, I mean, I guess you feel like you don't have to clear your name if you are accused of something, but I believe that clearing your name personally, as opposed to going through the hassle of not clearing your name, is better. And draw the line there. Just clear your name and leave it at that. I mean, you ain't got to do anything more than just that. Just make sure that you're not accused or they're trying to put a charge on you that you don't belong. That's with anything. If you're caught cheating, it wasn't me. First thing we say, it wasn't me. If you're caught with, I don't know, late for work, you know what happened was, I was, So we're always going to make up an excuse and we're always going to prove ourselves innocent. So just do that. Simple as that.
Thank you guys for watching and listening. It's been great. Y'all have a good night.
I've never had a threesome.
KK, motherfucking lie.
Never.
Good night.
We're going to figure that out. Peace.
I gotta pee.
KK, you know you would damn lie.